Today's guest is a stand-up comedian. She's an actress. She's an author. She just came out with her 7th book. You know her from her Chelsea Lately series and just from being a force in the comedy world. Her new special, The Feeling, is out now on Netflix. I'm grateful to spend time with today's guest, Chelsea Handler.
Where are you from, Theo?
I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, so not a lot of well, there are. Mark Normand is a comedian out of Louisiana. Oh, I'm in a space. There's a bunch of guys.
Who are you with, WME?
Yeah, Michael Berkowitz.
Oh, yeah, he's my agent, too.
He is? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, he said that.
Yeah.
I just saw him the other day. He came to a show in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
So every time agents are scared of losing you, they show up. You notice that?
Yeah, for sure. That's their jam.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about leaving WME?
No. Mike is charming. He's done great work for me. And
have you ever been at UTA? Because I just left UTA like 6 months ago for WME.
You did? The owner of UTA?
Jeremy Zimmer?
Yeah.
One of those guys? Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, I've known him for a few years. Jeremy's a really neat guy.
Yeah.
He's very, there's nobody like him.
That's funny. I got, after the Oscar parties on the morning after, I switched out of my heels into a pair of sneakers, Oscar night for the parties. I wanted to go to a guy's party and I wanted to dance. And so I got a, Dougie, come here. Doug, come. Doug, come. Doug, I feel like he's looking for a place to pee. Come over here.
Is he?
No.
He could pee by me if he needs to,
They just
I guess.
took out. Well, hopefully he will during the interview. That'll be perfect. He sent me a text and he's like, I have your shoes from last night. I didn't see Jeremy Zimmer. I have no idea how he had my shoes. I had just left his agency. I was like, well, thank you very much. And he's like, can I send these to an address? And I was like, just keep them. I don't really need them anymore. They were just for the night. So that's funny. Yeah, Jeremy Zimmer is very unique.
He's a great speaker too. He's a great, he's able to speak and think at the same time really well. That's something that I really admire about him. What was I going to ask you about? Oh, good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look great.
Have we ever seen each other before?
I came on your show a couple times when you had Chelsea Lately show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was so nervous.
Were you?
Oh, yeah.
God, I don't even remember.
It's okay, yeah.
So many comics were on my show that I don't even remember meeting. That's so crazy. So many people came on my show and were interviewed by me that I don't remember. So when I run into these people, I always say, hi, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And they're like, you've interviewed me like several times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's great to see you again.
Do you think, was it because, were you drinking or was it just because it was just time was just hectic?
Just interviewing thousands of people. It's impossible to remember everyone.
Yeah.
No, I typically didn't drink during my show.
Yeah. Would you ever though? Because sometimes life just gets so stressful.
I mean, I'll drink when I'm performing on stage because that's kind of nighttime, 8 o'clock. You know, that I don't have a problem with. Not wasted, but have a cocktail before I go on.
Yeah,
I like that. But during the daytime, it's kind of an unnecessary thing. When you're when you're filming a show at 3 in the afternoon, really not necessary.
Yeah. I think I can't remember if I even had a drink at that. I was so nervous. I remember like some of the lines I said I couldn't get them right, and I was like immensely nervous at that time. And, but you had so many comics on. That was like the Tonight Show for a while for comedians. I mean, it boosted a lot of careers. It launched a lot of careers.
Yeah,
it felt like did a lot of Michael Yo, Chris Frangiola.
Joe Coy,
Fortune Feemster.
Ali Wong was on that show. Who else? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was on the round table before he blew up. Kevin was on the round table a bunch of times before he blew up, and then he was like, all right, I'm done with the round table. I'm a guest.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? And then, of course, I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
You are a guest now, you know? But yeah, tons of people.
Oh, yeah. So, and I hate to like just miss some people's names. Ross Matthews.
Yeah.
He was a big part of that show, too, I remember. Or that's kind of because then he got a spinoff of his own show from your show, didn't he?
Yeah, I produced it. The Ross Matthews Show. And Whitney Cummings.
I love Ross.
A lot of people. Yeah, I just saw Ross in New York City. Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like, I don't know. I could never see him and not just feel better. I feel like.
Yeah, he's an uplifter for sure.
He's like infectious. But yeah, I was so nervous. I got so nervous because I think also like you would come out and you didn't or I didn't know you. And so like I didn't get to say hello or anything. And I was just hyper nervous. And yeah, that was definitely tougher back then for me just to be in like those type of environments. Did you ever have a talk show that you went on early where you were just like, or some sort of thing you went on where you're like, I can't handle this, or were you always?
No, always. Yeah, I mean diarrhea. You know what I mean? Like, remember when I used to do Leno before I was like a correspondent on Leno. I mean, I would like literally. I don't pray, and I would pray I'd be like, just please let me do well. Let me do well. I'd be on my knees in the dressing room, like, can everyone get out really quick because I don't want anyone to see me praying also. So I would get down on my knees and be like, please, 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 I did that up until probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, until I finally, I'm solid in my footing enough to know I'm going to do a good job.
Yeah.
When you do something for so long, you understand what the mechanics are. And even if it's a shitty situation, if you have a right attitude, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely it changes. Like now I feel more confident in a lot of situations. Some conversations I still get nervous in, but not like when I'm going on stage and stuff. Now I know I've just done it enough times where I can handle it. So that, yeah, some things do start to evolve. Thank God. I remember being in like a really little audition room when I first went in. It was over at E. They were auditioning for something and I was like, can we open the window? I was like, and it was like kind of a little room, but it was like, and it was windows they didn't let it. So the assistants over there, trying to open, like doesn't open, and nothing was helping me. I was like, can we open the door? And it was horrible. So I had some rough ones early on. With so many comedians who tried to get on your show, was there a lot of lobbying that happened like behind the scenes? Like did comedian like friends or people try to like infiltrate your space? Do you feel like to try to get those positions? Because that was such a coveted spot to be on Chelsea Lately.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I don't really remember that. I had such a team of people around me. It's like that were those were the people. Like you're not coming to me saying, "Can I come on your show?" Like that wasn't really a thing. It was more about the bookers probably were dealing with that, and other comedians would go to the bookers, but nobody really bothered me with that. Like, this person wants to come on. Can you do me a favor? It wasn't like that. I probably didn't give off the air that would be that welcome.
Yeah.
I didn't want to deal with that shit. I was dealing with enough shit. There was enough fucking people. We were like a big fraternity party. All we did was play practical jokes on each other all day. It was one of the most unprofessional environments I've ever been a part of, and I fucking loved it. So anything that would slightly annoy me at that time, I had very little tolerance for. So nobody would be jockeying with me because I hated that. Like when I'd put up my stand-up dates, I'd be like, okay, I'm doing a tour for this book or whatever. And I'd put it up on the wall, and all the comics that worked on Chelsea Lately, the writers, would have first, they could decide if they wanted to open for me, and they'd sign up on the wall. Like I'm doing Kansas City, I'm doing St. Louis. And when that happened and they would go at it and jockey for that, like I don't like that. I don't like competitiveness. I don't like when people are like, no, I want to do this one. So like, I think everyone knew not to fuck around with that. I don't like when people are acting like that, gamesmanship, you know? So,
you pick up on it probably pretty quick, I would guess. Anyway.
And I also ignore it easily. Like that's not of an interest of mine. So, yeah. But people would come on. If they didn't do well, they'd get a second chance maybe. Sometimes they'd bomb really badly and then, there's nothing you can do. And people were really nervous, and there's nothing I can do about that either, Like you're either going to sink or swim.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of, when you're in that situation and you're running a show and it's your name on it, you kind of just have to understand some people, if you felt bad for every single person who didn't do well, you're not succeeding either.
Yeah, you'll be a therapist at that point.
Right.
Yeah. The Feeling, I watched some of The Feeling. I love like, what's one of the lines you had early in it? It was like, even at 7, I was looking for a bar. I think that's one of the lines you have in it.
Yes.
About just being young. It seemed like you were born, like I could relate to it so much, like immediately, even though in some of the stories you start telling in the new special, it's like you are a adult.
I was born as a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was born, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed, and I was a woman, and I felt like I was trapped in a little baby's body that was chubby and being tossed around like some sort of party favor, and I wanted to be a businesswoman.
Yeah.
I realized right away that my family was not going to cut it.
Incompetent employees.
Incompetent. Too many people already. There were like 5 other kids. I'm like, where are these fucking kids coming from?
No
like,
union.
Why? Yeah, unions. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to head up a union. And I just couldn't believe the lack of like a savings account or financial plan. And my dad seemed like he was a bit of a hot mess. My mom was sleeping a lot. And I just was like, this family is not up to snuff. Like I had bigger ideas for myself.
Yes. I could relate to that so much. Like I just felt like I was born into a place where like, it was almost like I was born into like a job, like a job position that I didn't apply for.
Yeah.
And there was no like clear rules of employment on the wall. The hours were super fucking vague. You didn't exactly know who was in charge, but you had to be at work every day. That's kind of like how I felt. So when you were talking about that, some of the early stories you're talking about, I could just relate to that so much.
Yeah, my dad was also like, I had such a mouth on me from such a young age because I really did feel like a woman. I was like, when do I get to get out of here? Like, where's my apartment? I want to start working. Like, I wanted to start a business. And my dad couldn't understand. He was like, who is this little cunt? Like, why won't she shut the fuck up? And I mean, and he tried everything to like bring me down, you know? So we would not bring me down, but keep me in my place. Like, put me in my place. Like, no girl talks like this. You're too loud. You're too abrasive and all of these things. And meanwhile, my dad was all of those things, loud, abrasive. It's like, that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
But so we did not see eye to eye for a very long time.
Was there moments when you were a kid that you actually did feel like a kid? Like when you kind of look back, right? Like, cause I always felt kind of like wet cement. I felt like I was always having to manage myself. There was so much going on, like on the inside and outside. I never felt like super reliable in my own footing and stuff. But when you look back on your life, were there moments where you actually felt like, okay, I was just kind of a kid there, you know, as opposed to being like somebody who had to be on top of everything? Like, does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, of course. No,
Okay.
I definitely felt like a kid. Like I was a kid. I had all those kid experiences, but there was always a sense of when you're the youngest of 6 children, how many kids do you have in your family?
Yeah, we had 4.
And you're the what
I'm
number?
the second one.
Oh, okay.
But it was bad. I mean, it was just, our family was just weird. But yeah, I knew you were the last one.
Yeah. And when you're the last one, you absorb, first of all, you grow up in 2 seconds because everyone else is fucking and smoking weed and you're hearing conversations that little children aren't supposed to hear. So you're mature right away because you're like, oh yeah, like, I knew about anal sex when I was like 6. I was like, God, I can't wait to try that. Yeah. You know, like you're just mature in different ways. And, not that anal is a sign of maturity, but, it's one sign of just knowing too much too soon.
It's considered a vacation in some religions.
Well, yeah,
you know?
and for some people.
Yeah.
But I definitely had childlike experiences for sure. And I had my brothers and sisters were all pretty tight. So they kind of did raise me and they kind of brought me along with them to many like different things. But I was always ahead of my age group.
Yeah.
And even when I dated guys in high school, like it was illegal, the men that I was dating. They were in their 20s and I was a teenager. Like I could totally put them in jail for statutory rape, except I seduced all of them. There's nothing I would ever do. It's like, it's my fault. When people are like, it's not your fault. These men should never have been with a girl that age. I'm like, you don't understand what I was like when I was fucking 16. I was like 45.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a chance.
Like young menopause. That's kind of crazy. That's hilarious. What was like a first date that you remember? Do you remember going on like a first date with somebody?
I remember going to Martha's Vineyard. My parents had a summer house in Martha's Vineyard. That makes it sound like we were really wealthy. We weren't.
Yeah. I heard you say that on your special.
Yeah, my dad just was a used car dealer, so I'm not even sure how he got that house, but he got it. And my sister and I went. Oh, there was this guy. His name was Justin Chu, I believe. And
Japanese guy?
No, American. He looked like Brad Pitt. That's what was so interesting about the whole thing. So he was at this hotel in Martha's Vineyard, and I would go there. I was like probably 10, but passing as like 15, 16.
Yeah. Long 10, a tall 10.
Yeah, 10. Had boobs. Everything was coming together. Great. And I would go to this hotel pool and just like cruise, for guys. Like at 10 years old, I was like, I got to find a boyfriend, And who are these other people that are on vacation? And this guy looked like Brad Pitt. He was so good looking. And I was, flirting with him. And maybe I was 11, maybe I was 12. I don't know. I probably wasn't 10, but I was young, too young to be on a date probably. And I went on a date with him. And a very, innocent date.
Where'd y'all go? Do you remember? Did you just go for a walk? Did you go?
Went out somewhere in Martha's Vineyard. Like there was a lot of kids hanging around at night, so I'm sure we were just like walking through Main Street or
with
something.
With the Kennedys or something.
Something
probably?
something pretty innocent. And then he kissed me when I came back. He kissed me and he put his tongue in my mouth. No. And I had never been more repulsed in my life. My sister picked me up. My older sister Simone picked me up at the Harborview Hotel. And I got in the car and I'm like, I'm a lesbian. I can't believe how disgusting that was. I can't believe some man just put his tongue in my mouth. And she's like, everyone thinks that the first time. Like, you're going to like that when you're older. You're just too young. And I'm like, I'll never like that. And I'm a lesbian. And she's like, well, you're not going to like what that entails either. Like, if you didn't like a tongue in your mouth, you're certainly not going to like a pussy in your mouth. So she wasn't wrong. I do like men, and I've continued to like them since that time. But yeah, it wasn't a, yeah. And then after that, I was very fast. You know, like I started having boyfriends when I was 13, 14 years old, having sex like when I was 14, 15 years old. And then I just went off the rails pretty much. My teenage years were like pregnant, stuff like that. Like,
you got pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
A few times.
And oh, wow. You did it more than once. That's
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty, a lot for like a younger person. But did they, and how did what do you do back then if you're pregnant? Or
you get an abortion.
You do? No way.
It's when they were legal.
Like cider house rule style, or what'd you do?
No. My parents basically were like, come with us, you're getting an abortion. No. And I was like, what do you mean?
What state do they do it in?
Any state. It was legal everywhere. Like, it was Massachusetts. So I got an abortion there. I think I got one in New Jersey too. I had a couple of abortions with the same boyfriend each time. It was the same guy. But my parents were horrified by my behavior. They were like, I was excited. When the first time I got pregnant, I'm like, this is great. I'll have a baby. Hopefully it will be twins. Like, I can raise a family. I had a black boyfriend. I was like Tyshawn. Meanwhile, he ended up going to prison for 10 years for being a drug dealer. So
Did he do it?
Was he a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was just that kind of teenager, really out of control, really rebellious. My brother died when I was 9. And then like after that period of time, I was rebellious, like mad, angry, and no outlet, And so I just did anything I could to piss my parents off, especially my father. I had a specific issue with him.
Yeah.
So
do you? You said earlier that maybe you felt like do you feel like you turned into your father though a little bit sometimes? Do you ever think like that?
No, I'm the opposite of my father.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah, my father was dishonest. My father was a bit of a shyster. I'm very honest. I'm very truthful. I'm very generous with money, with anything I have. I want to help people. He was very selfish. He wouldn't give money away. He would try to cheat people for money. So he wasn't like a criminal, but he wasn't morally bound to like being a good guy. You know what I mean? He was just a little, but he was also, he was a family man. We were never short on love. There was neglect, but it wasn't like I felt unloved. I just was very, upset that my brother died. My father fell apart after that. That was really upsetting. So it was like 2 men in a row that just like ditched me. And then after that, I just was filled with anger, and I didn't have any outlet. I didn't have any therapy. So I just became very rebellious. But my brothers and sisters and my mother always knew I would be okay. Like my mom's like, my dad's name was Seymour. And she's like, Seymour, he'd be like, something's wrong with her. Something is wrong with her head. And my mom would be like, she's okay. She's just too smart for her own good. Like she's a little kid. She's trapped in this little kid body and she's like an adult. And my dad's like, but he couldn't relate, And my mom would be like, she's going to be fine. Like, she's going to grow up and shake it out. And then once I started becoming successful and really turned that period was just my teenage years. And then I got my shit together. As soon as I left my family, I drove across country when I was 19. And
alone, or you took somebody with you?
This is a great story I picked up this guy. This is actually in my book, which I just found out is #1 on the New York Times bestseller list.
Let's go. Congratulations.
That's my
seventh book. That's right.
So that's exciting.
God,
so I know
that's
I can't.
A lot.
I didn't even go to college. So, but that just shows you, what you can accomplish if you really fucking focus on something.
Yeah.
So I went across country. My brother Glenn said, hey, I was driving across country. I was going to move to LA to become famous.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, it's time. I had gone to 2 semesters at community college. I'm like, that's enough. This is not a good use of anyone's time. Like, this is a waste of money. I don't care about this. I want to go to California. So my brother Glenn called me and said, I met a guy at a bar last night. And he's going to drive with you across country since you're 19 and you're alone. And my dad had given me one of his used Audi Quattros. Yeah. And he said, you shouldn't be driving alone, right? And I was like, okay, that sounds reasonable. So I picked up this guy. He was like 26 or 27 years old. He was the same size I was. And he said, do you want to go to Harlem? I want to pick up a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah, brother, let's fucking go,
And
boy.
I was like, I'm like, Harlem sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was never allowed to go to Harlem growing up, and I'd go in the city, I'd go to like clubs in the Limelight. I never went to Harlem. That was supposed to be really dangerous. But of course I wanted to go to Harlem. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I wasn't really into cocaine at the time. I've definitely dabbled in cocaine, but at that time in my life, I was too young. I didn't really. So I go to Harlem. I drop this guy off from outside some crack house, right? I'm sitting there. This is my first night driving across country. Yeah. Pit stop in Harlem. He comes out with a bag of cocaine that I've only seen like in movies. Like the amount of cocaine was like something you saw in Scarface. Okay?
Yeah, like a movie amount.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he just starts doing the cocaine while we're driving. And we're driving through Maryland. There's 3 highways you can take across country. We were, I think, taking the 66. So that's the lowest, this is the most southerly route. So we're driving along, and this guy's doing lots of cocaine off of his keys, credit
he's
card.
Driving?
No, I'm driving, and he's in the passenger seat. And, keep in mind the amount of cocaine, I was like, oh, this doesn't seem right.
And is he reaching over and touching on you?
No,
and stuff?
no, nothing
chilling?
like that. Nothing like that. I actually suspected he was gay. It wasn't about that. He starts talking and doesn't stop talking. And we're 5 hours into this 3-day road trip, and I'm like, this guy is a fucking mess. And then we're in Maryland, and we're driving through, I think, D.C., and there was all this construction, and we get to Maryland, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go to like a Howard Johnson. Let's get a room. I was broke. He was broke. I said, let's just get a room. We'll get a room with 2 beds. We get in the room. He's got maps, like multiple maps. This was before navigation and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
It was like the year before all of that came out.
Yeah, when everybody was like they were going to war or whatever.
Yeah,
like even if
so
you were
there's
in a
maps,
vehicle.
and but more than one map. It's like, how many maps do you need to follow one highway across the country?
Like this fucking 8-ball Magellan over here.
Yeah,
just like
totally.
Putting it all together.
See,
How many maps? Yeah.
I was like, what's up with the maps? And then I was like, and he was like pointing out national parks that we could go to. He's like, we could go here. And I was like, hey, listen, Miracle Ear, we're not fucking on vacation. I'm trying to get to California to become a celebrity. I don't have time for your fucking Yellowstone National Park. We're not going there. Like, we're not retiring. This is not we're not a couple. And he didn't, it's like anything I said he couldn't hear because he was so coked up.
Oh.
So I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning. This guy had been up all night long.
Yeah.
He had been doing coke all night. He looked like Gary Busey. He was going on. And I was like, okay. I said, hold on a second. His bag was still in the car because he didn't even bring it inside because he wasn't going to sleep. I said, hold on. I'll be right back. I went to the parking lot. I took his suitcase out of my car, put it down in the parking lot, and got in the car and drove away and drove across country by myself and left him in Maryland. And the next thing I heard was that he had to take a taxi from Maryland to New Jersey for 5 hours. And then, of course, I called my brother to thank him for his great judgment and for being such an overprotective brother.
Yeah. Yeah, to set somebody up with somebody like that that's all geeked out, dude, I would have been fucking eating my own teeth, man.
Yeah. So it's really annoying to be around someone who's on cocaine when you're not on cocaine.
Yeah.
And then in Amarillo, Texas, I got pulled over by a state trooper who had a German Shepherd with him, one of those drug dogs. And the dog went absolutely batshit as soon as he came close to my trunk. So the dog was jumping around, fucking going crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got residue. I've got coke in this car. I'm sure I'm going to go to fucking Texas State Prison because of this wombat that I just dropped off in Maryland. So luckily I didn't get arrested. They didn't find any cocaine, but it was very suspicious. Like, I'm sitting there on the freeway and trucks are whizzing past me. And I'm like, and the cop's like, stand 20 feet away from the car. And he's got one of those big state trooper hats on. So that was a big shit show, but it was a great example of knowing to get rid of dead weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm going to California. You are not going to bring me down. Get out of my car and get out of my life.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, I had one night in New York years ago where I was I was a taxi driver. He gets some coke. I end up driving the taxi. I was so high. This was years ago.
You were a taxi driver, or you became?
He was. He picked me up.
Oh.
We both started doing cocaine together. I saw Andy Cohen in the bathroom in the morning. I was going on Opie and. It wasn't Opie and Jim Norton the next morning. And I get in there. I was out of my brain. I get in. I stayed up all night. God. And I get in there And the other guest on the show that day was Daryl Strawberry, who was sober. He'd gone through cocaine.
Yeah.
And I could barely even talk. And I remember I was in the bathroom there peeing. There I am right there on the right, just geeked out of my head.
Oh my God. You look so different. First of all, Daryl Strawberry, that was the 1986 Mets. All those guys were on fucking coke. All of them. Lenny Dykstra, Daryl Strawberry, Mookie Wilson, all of those guys.
God, I was Spooky Wilson.
That
right there,
is
dude.
Really funny.
I was playing third base for my own brain right there. I wasn't doing real good.
I can't believe that athletes would do cocaine and then be athletic. Like, talk about a recipe for a fucking heart attack.
And they used to do it all the time, it seemed like.
How do you run for balls when you're on cocaine? Like, that's...
I think if you practice doing it some, I think you would get good at it probably. I think it's the...
I get good at it.
Well, it's the sporadicness of not practicing and then just doing it willy-nilly, like some guy who's playing for like his like refrigeration softball team or something. I guess, that's when it's bad.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm high as a Georgia pine. Oh yeah, there was that one guy that did LSD.
That would be good for sports. I love LSD.
Yeah,
I love microdosing LSD to put some fucking pep in your step. Like if you're really, really struggling and you're having like your schedule's crazy and insane, LSD is the thing. I take LSD all the time.
Really?
I love it. A microdose.
What is there a type of so how much is a microdose of LSD? Because
I have a sheet of like 370 hits. I get all my drugs in Canada. I have a house in Whistler and drugs are legal there. Mm-hmm. And it's like you don't have to worry about any fucked up shit in Canada. My friends who make that, like I get that are doctors. One's a therapist, one's a neurobiologist. They actually get the cleanest stuff. Like they get MDMA and they'll put it in capsules and you'll get a microdose of like 50 milligrams of MDMA, which is awesome because that's like just being in a good mood. You know what I mean? You're not over the top.
Right. You're not licking people and stuff. You're shaking hands and being normal.
And you're like, this is a great time. I feel like dancing. I like you. You know, LSD, same thing, just an upper, like a pick-me-up, you know? You're not hallucinating, but you're just like up, like a kind of like a psilocybin, like microdose. So I find that stuff to be very helpful and aiding with my schedule. You know, like I do a lot of talking. I'm sure you feel the same way. It's pretty much, there's a ton of travel, a ton of talking, and a ton of kind of expending energy, you know what I mean? And absorbing other people's energy.
Yeah.
So I want to be in a fucking high vibe mood.
Yeah, you don't realize how much it is. You don't realize, like, I would do meet and greets after shows for like years, just go out there and just do them. And it just like, I had like a breakdown a couple of years ago. I just was completely burnt, and I just kept doing it. I thought I wasn't working hard enough. That was my own take of it. I was like, oh, you're just not working hard enough. But I didn't realize that I just burned myself to like the end of the bowl, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those meet and greets will get you.
Did you ever have a time where you got pretty burnt out? I mean, you've had an insane schedule for probably 25 years, except for when you've taken breaks.
Yeah, I took a 6-year break after Chelsea Lately, and after I didn't do stand up for 6 years. That was the biggest break I've taken, but I just went so hard, you know, at both ends. I was touring, I was doing my show, I was writing books, just constantly, and I loved the idea that I had this amount of energy. I loved when people were like, how the fuck does she fly in Monday morning, tape 4 shows, and then go do 5 shows in a weekend? And I loved that adulation. Like I got addicted to like the fact that I was that strong of a horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as I left Chelsea Lately, I was so over just working. But then I got not roped in. Netflix made me a really amazing offer. I thought I was going to take a break.
You did a ton of episodes of that too.
I did. Yeah. First I did documentaries. I did a documentary series. So that was kind of a break because that was a lighter schedule. And then I went into that show. And then that show never really, like I went back to work before I was ready to go back to work. So that show never really felt like I was in my right, zone, like in my flow state. So that show was like an example of don't just fucking work because someone's offering you a job. You know what I mean? You got to have your ducks in a row and understand when you need time off, when you don't. And without the time off, there is no creativity. I need the time off to be able to like have something to fucking say.
Yeah.
So now, since I've been back to stand up after that 6-year break, this will be my probably third special in like 4 years. And so I'm into it now. I'm back into it because I do have something to say now, you know? But it's important, like when you are creative and you are like sharing for a living, like talking, sometimes you're out of fucking gas, and the breaks are as important as the work.
it's that's been a tough thing to learn, because especially when you're so self-motivated and you've done I've always been like, I can do this, I'll figure it out, I'll find a way. It's really hard to start to use the brakes, and use them to your own advantage.
Also, you want to grab everything when you can grab it. It's like, oh, wait, I got this offer. I can't say no to this. I'm going to be even more successful. I'm going to da-da-da. And there's an addiction component to that. And you're like, well, wait a second. You can say no to things. Things come back around. You have to it takes a while to get to know what you're capable of and what you're not, and what's going to deplete your energy, because, when you're pissed and you're burnt out, you're no good, to anybody, especially yourself. So it's hard when we're in this business, because it's like you can feel like feast or famine. You can be like, oh my God, I'm getting all these opportunities. And I've certainly had times in my life where I wasn't getting a lot of opportunities. And I'm like, well, fuck, why aren't I doing that? And it's like, well, because your attitude sucks, because you didn't take good care of yourself. And now you're pissed and now you're bitter. You got to get back to being happy and magnetic and attracting good stuff. And then you get good stuff. So it really is about adjusting your attitude, being grateful. You have to be fucking grateful. As corny as that can seem to certain people, you have to be grateful at the opportunities that are coming your way. And you also have to be a fucking pro. You're not going to knock me down. I'm a pro. Right. You can't get to me now because of so many years of knowing myself and understanding what my limits are and where I'm going to excel and where I'm going to not excel.
Yeah. Damn. Here's a not so well kept secret the insurance industry does not want you to know. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your premiums and reserves longer, so they may be motivated to delay or deny claims to keep funds invested. Yep. Morgan & Morgan fights hard to bully these bullies who are using your money to make them richer, as they often deny and delay the payments that you are owed. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they are almost always going after the deep-pocketed insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. These corporate bullies know the name Morgan & Morgan, which makes a difference for their clients. In Florida, a client received $12 million after the insurance company's best offer was just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a client was awarded $26 million. A staggering 40 times the insurance company's original offer of $650,000. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Visit forthepeople.com/Theo or dial #law. Pound 529 from your cell phone. That's FORTHEPEOPLE.com for the people. Or dial #law, pound 529 from your cell phone. This is a paid advertisement. What happens when your health becomes the punchline? From seed oils to stress, toxins to pollutants, the modern world is screwing with our health at the cellular level, leading to exhaustion, brain fog, digestive issues, and more. But here's the thing. You don't have to settle for feeling like garbage 24/7. Armra Colostrum is nature's original health hack, packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that fortify gut integrity, strengthen immunity, revitalize hair growth, fuel stamina, elevate focus, and help you function like a human again. I'm on it, baby. I'm on Armra Colostrum. I take my servings and I enjoy them. And we've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/THEO or enter Theo to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/THEO. I like to put mine into my smoothie. I just put it right in there and bam, I'm armored up. Tryarmra.com/Theo. You've had a good experience with drugs over the years, you know? I mean, you've talked about drinking over the years. You talked about using LSD a little bit ago. Did you ever have a time where you went sober? You tried it? Like, did you ever try recovery meetings? Did you ever try that kind of stuff?
No. I've been,
Have you ever been interventioned or whatever?
No, Jane Fonda, this is a story I write about in my book, which is Jane Fonda once called me over to her house, and I had been to her birthday party, and I was out of my mind. I don't remember what drugs I was on. It could have been anything. And I was rude. Yeah. I was dark. I was like, insulting people. And she had given me the cold shoulder for a couple of months. And she summoned me to her house, basically said, I want to have dinner with you. And I was like, what's this? This seems a little stern, this email. But it's Jane Fonda, who I respect. And I was like, okay. And I went to her house, and she basically read me and was like, you were terrible at my party. You offended people. People were like not happy about what you said to them. And you were dark and moody, and why would you ever come out when you were in that kind of headspace? And I was like, I was like, fuck, shit, and mortified. But at the same time, I was also so grateful that she fucking took the time to be honest with me, to have most people don't go out of their way to have a difficult conversation with someone and tell them the truth. Like, to me, that was an example of sisterhood, like that was her being a sister. And when I was writing my book, it was like one of the tent poles of my book is like, I want all women to be fucking sisters to each other, It's like this book is for girls and daughters and girlfriends and mothers, to remind each other, like, you got to tell people the truth, You've got to be honest with people. If someone's going through a bad time and they're close to you and they're important to you, and even for me as a woman, it doesn't matter if they're close to me. It matters that I'm a woman, you're a woman, I've got your back, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I would do that for a stranger. So for her to do that and kind of like modeled that to me, that conversation, and I was like, that's the kind of woman I'm going to be. Like, I'm going to tell people the truth, Yeah. So I value that. Obviously now we're many years beyond that, and she and I are still friends, and she knows about the book because she had to sign off on it. But yeah, like, I liked it, and I'm glad I had enough wherewithal when she was telling me about my bad behavior that I wasn't defensive.
Wow.
I wasn't like, it was this person or blame. I just took it on and said, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. You'll never have to speak to me again. So that was the closest thing to an intervention, but I've definitely overused drugs and alcohol at certain times in my life.
Yeah.
But once I got the message, I dialed it back. You got to I don't ever want to have to give anything up. So if there's ever an issue, I reel it in. If there's ever been an issue, I always am like, okay, take a month off of this, get grounded again, and don't smoke cigarettes, don't smoke pot, don't drink, whatever it is that I'm having an issue with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? What was the first concert that you ever went to? Do you remember going to that?
John Bon Jovi. I'm from New Jersey.
God, dude, my first song I ever heard, a lady took me to YMCA summer camp. Right? I don't remember if she had breasts or not, but I think she did, right? And I remember.
I bet she did have breasts.
I bet she did.
So she sounds like she had breasts.
I bet she did. And I'll say this. We got in the car, and I had never had a woman drive me somewhere before. So it was my first time. Like, I think I remember it so deeply because it was like my first time going somewhere with a girl that wasn't my mom, right? And
what do you mean you've never had a girl drive you? What are you, from North Korea? What are you talking about?
No, I just mean...
You had never been driven by
I was a child. No woman. Yeah, we didn't know. My mom didn't have any. We didn't.
How old were you?
I was probably 9 or something, or maybe 11. It wasn't like last week or anything. Yeah, I was like 9 or 11, and she leaned over and she put my seatbelt on me, and I was like, "Oh, this is crazy, dude." And it was like I think when you're a kid like that, and she played. Johnny used to work on the docks.
Yeah.
And I just was like, play it again. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I've never been a Bon Jovi, but I just remember.
John Bon Jovi inducted me into the Jersey Hall of Fame.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
Who has better hair, you think, right now? Pull him up.
You or John Bon Jovi?
You or JBJ.
Oh, well, his hair is different now.
Yeah. His hair is different now.
But his face when he was younger, I mean, he's still pretty hot, but his face when he was younger was just fucking so hot. Look at him. Look how hot he is.
Did you try to make a move on him or no?
When I went to his concert, I mean,
no,
I was like
whenever
16
he
years.
inducted you.
Oh no, it was like a video message. It wasn't like we were together. It was during COVID.
Yeah.
So no, I've met him though. I've hung out with him. He's a nice guy. He's happily married. I try not to hit on married men,
Yeah.
just out of respect for marriage.
I think that's important. What is are you still dating a lot of brothers? I see you brought a brother here today.
This is my black lover. Am I still? No, I haven't had a
because I know that was
boyfriend.
a thing,
Well, yeah.
Is that offensive to ask you too? I'm sorry. If
No,
it is. Okay.
It's not offensive. I mean, I do. I like all men. It doesn't matter if they're black or brown or white or gray. I like old men. I like young men. I like black guys. I've never dated an Indian guy. That's pretty much the only area I haven't delved into.
Yeah.
But Asian, Joe Coy was Asian.
Yep.
I think Joe Coy, you called Joe Coy once.
Yes, and you gave me some advice, actually.
Yeah. We were trying to figure out your poster for your Netflix special.
Yeah.
And Joe Coy and I were in New York City, I think, and you called him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? I forgot about that. I remembered it before, but I forgot about it recently. But thank you for that. Yeah, I said which one, and you said this is the one because you want people to notice it and think about it. And you were right. That's the one I ended up choosing.
Oh, great! I love that.
But that's probably the same thing I was kind of thinking, but I just wasn't sure. So thank you.
Oh yeah.
That was nice of you.
Are you good friends with Joe Coy?
We're good buddies. I think we're not like super close. We don't talk all the time, but he's just always
supportive.
Yeah.
He's a real supportive guy.
He's so full of supportive. And Filipinos are like that. I'm not trying to generalize Filipinos, but first of all, Filipinos are some of the last people that most people see when they're dying, right? Because they are hospice. They work in hospice. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, the last person you'll see when you die is a Filipino. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. You'll have some people might be racist, but then they're just gleaming into the eyes of a warm Filipino as they cross over.
Filipinos are very good at caretaking.
Oh.
And our hospitals are filled with them.
Thank God.
Yeah. But Joe Coy typically isn't the last person you see when you die. There are other Filipinos. I don't want people to think that it's only Joe Coy. There are other Filipinos out there that you will run into.
Yeah.
Unless he starts working in a hospital.
Which he could, though. He could. He stays busy. A lot of Filipinos, too, have good names like Sunny or Grace. They even get like a very happy American branch of their name.
That's true, right.
Yeah. I would love to be Filipino. I've said this before. I think if God is willing to let me do it again or whatever, I would like to do Filipino.
Really?
Yeah, I do Filipino or Mexican.
What is it about the food? Is it about the culture?
Just the joy. I think the sheer just living, just like looking at a living fucking Easter every time you see a Filipino. They're just like that. It's just like, they just seem so good on the inside. And then Mexican, I just think I'm ready for it. And then after
I can see you being Mexican.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. And then after that, I would go black. I would probably go black after that. I'm going to let it kind of pan out a little more. And then I would get over there and do that for sure. If they would have me. I think you almost have to apply
to be a Filipino or Mexican?
To be black. They don't want everybody.
Oh, no.
Cat Williams is like, we're a little bit particular about, not particular, but don't just come over here without kind of talking to us about it first.
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. Did you hear them talking about black men? Is that why you're up?
That's kind of.
Is that why you're up?
That's kind of what he employed.
Yeah.
What if, after having dated black men, what suggestions would you offer to white men? Is there any way to correlate any of that?
Black men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass but I'm just acting like a man. I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck or that I want, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more. And so that's attractive. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength.
Oh.
You know, like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like I want men to feel strong around me, not weak.
Right.
Right?
Like, look at my strong woman here.
Yeah, look how strong. I have a strong woman. That means I'm a strong man, that I'm confident, that I have my ego in check. But there's a lot of men that think they want a woman like that is outspoken and sure of herself and successful. But then when it comes down to it, they have a hard time with it. Because I think in my experience with men, when they realize that you don't need really anything from, like, I don't need your money. I don't need your gifts. I don't want gifts. I don't want jewelry. I'm not like that. I'm not interested in that stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to pretend I like something you got me.
I'm not interested in like that kind of showiness. I don't really need anything except I want a decent, honest, good man who's doesn't have a huge ego that can deal with the fact that I'm going to be in the public eye and that I'm going to get attention. Like, I want someone who can deal with that. So, a lot of men think that they're down for that, and then when it comes down to it, they're not down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that seems like a lot. But
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend right now. I would like to get married. You know, next couple years, I got to get fucking married because...
Really?
Yeah, it just gets weird, I think. Gets a little weird.
As a comic or as a man?
Just, I think when people are like, what are you still doing? What do you do? And
how old are you?
I'm 44. So it gets weird for a couple reasons. For one, it gets weird that, well, you have neat things that have happened in your life, even if it's just like a nice day or something. And then at the end of the day, it's just you again, right? Which is okay. But sometimes it's like, oh, well, this would be cool if I had somebody to
share it with,
right? Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that I start to notice. The second thing is yeah, it's like, do I want to have children? Why? And then if I do, why do I want to have children?
Why do you want to have children?
That's the best question is, yeah, why do I want to? I think I fear sometimes like maybe I would be missing out on like another... almost like not a drug trip in a way, but another like
level,
a bit of another level maybe. But also like I have a big imagination and I got a couple fucking levels going on in here. Half today I feel like, there's times I feel like a kid and an adult at the same time. So it's like, maybe I got enough of that and being an uncle is fine, I don't know. But those are kind of some things that I think about it. And then, yeah, if I could take care of and help provide for kids in a healthy way and give kids a good life, then do I owe that to society? Do I owe that to myself? Or do I owe that to them? And that's stuff that I think about, I think. Probably.
Interesting. Yeah, that reminds me of like, I had this conversation with someone the other night. I had this shoulder infection. So I had this.
I'm going to move this down just an inch.
Yeah. I just had this PICC line in my arm where I had to get these like 24-hour every 24 hours I had to get an infusion in my arm, and I had this Filipino male nurse, who was coming to my house to give me these injections, right? And so I was in kind of a bad shape for about
Rocky or something like that. Something that's Rocky is the men. But go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't know if his name was Rocky, but he said to me, on our last visit, he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, you seem like a really joyful, energetic person." And I almost had a near-death experience as well. I didn't even know that I had a near-death experience. I had an infection. I had to get surgery on my shoulder for this like staph infection or something that I had. And I didn't consider it a near-death experience. But he said, I almost had a near-death experience too. And I was almost in a car accident, and I don't like when people say stuff like almost in a car accident. Either you were or you weren't. And if you weren't, don't fucking bring it up. Yeah. Like almost is nothing. Yeah. So the guy was like, oh, these...
like when it's almost my birthday. Like,
yeah. Or your half birthday. I also don't want to hear about that. So he said these two cars were like coming close to each other and they were like careening towards each other and that they were going to hit. And at the last minute, the cars just... by an act of God or providence, the cars split open and they both moved in different directions. And he goes, it didn't make any sense and I was okay. And I'm like, so again, you were not in a car accident. But he said, because of that moment, I started to believe in divine intervention and I found Jesus. And I'm looking at this guy. I'm in my bed, in my house, right? I've got a fucking arm. I'm a mess. And he said, and I feel like I never experienced, there was a level of joy that I had never experienced before I found Jesus. And to me, it seems to me like you would appreciate that level of joy. And it took me a minute to realize I was being pitched, in my house about religion. And then I had to tell him like, oh, I just want you to know, I have already accepted that the level of joy associated with finding Jesus is something I will never experience. Like I've already accepted that. My joyful is already tapped out. This is as high as I'm going to go. I'm not going to break the ceiling. So, but that's in relation to you talking about children and knowing that there might be a feeling you might not experience without having them, which is something I deal with all the time because I don't have children and people like to go at me for that. Like, you're a woman. How could you do that? It's like, how could I do it? Because I don't think I'd be that good at it. But it's definitely something that I've learned to accept. Like when you say that, I've also accepted, yes, I won't know that joy. There are other joys that I've experienced, but I will not know the joy of being a mother. So I can relate to what you're saying about the thought of thinking about that joy.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's certain things that I like, and then it's like, like a lot of my life was always about me. I think with comedians you get like that, That's why you end up in comedy because you're kind of the boss and the employee,
Yeah, you're going on stage with a microphone alone, so no one else can talk except for you.
And no one else is responsible for it except for you. It's like I want to be responsible for myself. I never could. I think it goes back to just that being in a place where it was like, what am I doing here? I don't even have an employee ID. There's no fucking hours on the wall.
Right.
There's no wage union. I have to be here every day. This family didn't even make any fucking sense. Who would put this together? Can I talk to the boss? There is no boss. Who's the superior? But I had to, it was like, so I never wanted anything to have any like jurisdiction over me except for me, right? Mm-hmm. But then sometimes for me, like it starts to be like, well, how much of that is like old stuff that I had and how much of it, which has served me well because it helps me be self-motivated and but it's been hard for me to like work with others, and so that's been like a learning curve. But yeah, at a certain point, does that kind of hinder me, or have I gotten other neat joys out of the world, like getting to experience like people coming out to a big show or something like that, and maybe those are the joys that I'll get instead of having a family, not in a bad way,
yeah.
And just trying to gauge like, could I do it? Do I think I would do it well? And being honest with yourself.
It's interesting to talk about not having a boss because that's my whole career too. Like I don't.
Oh yeah, you seemed.
I don't really appreciate being told what to do by anyone. I'm also not interested in the feedback. It's like it's if it's not working for you, that's fine. You don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. It's working for me. Like I'm having a blast. So, but it's interesting when you say that because it is true. When you are in this business and you are a comedian, like if I hadn't taken the path of becoming a stand-up comedian, everything starts to be created around you rather than you being placed in a role and you're a person in a cast. You become the epicenter of all the stories, whether it's your podcast, you're writing books, or you're doing stand-up, or any of these things. It's like you're a one-man show. And I think there's a lot of power in that. And it's nice to be able to also do the other thing and work with other people and play nicely. But it's much more attractive to be your own decision maker. It's much more attractive to be your own entity, I think.
Well, comedy was something that was pure to me. There was a lot I think I didn't trust in the world. I didn't trust this. I didn't know about any of that. But if you could fucking put an arrow through sometimes and get people to laugh, even people that didn't like you, if they were angry, people that they might have been your parents and fucking hated you, but if you could fucking snipe them with an arrow, just to get them, even in all their discomfort or whatever, to get them to fucking laugh, it felt like, oh, that's the only thing to me, it just felt so real. Like, and nobody could cheat it. Nobody's dad could put them on stage and say, oh, I'm famous. My son is going to be great. It was like, there wasn't any nepotism in it. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
I don't know. I'm not trying to like get in any Debbie Downer shit, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of why I think I ended up in this place. But
it also changes. Like, as your career grows and evolves and like you're 44, you've been doing this for what, 20 years? More?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, like things change over time, and then you start to realize, oh, okay, there's another itch I want to scratch. There's another thing I want to do. Like, and excuse me, come here, Dougie. Come over here. Come here, honey.
It's so funny we have had 2 dogs in here today, both chows. I used to live with a chow in Arizona for a bit.
It's so funny that, what color was that other chow?
Oh, and this was a Chinese guy. It was a roommate, or was a guy who was already living in the room when I got there.
No, the one that came today. What color was it?
Oh, that one was brown, light brown.
Yeah, you're a big black baby. They said when I got this chow, they're like, I called the chow rescue. One of my dogs was going downhill, so I was like, it's time to regroup and, buckle up so that when this dog dies, I have a new dog. And, is that the dog that was here?
Yep.
Oh, that's a chow mix, right?
Yeah, that's a chow mein, I think it's called, or something.
A chow mein. Look at that little baby in the middle.
That's Hassan Piker right there, dude. Fascinating guy. Kaya, that's that dog's name. It's its birthday today, too.
Happy birthday to that dog, then. I don't remember what we were talking about.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, this one more question I had about like how comedians feel and stuff. Do you think like it's hard for comedians to be like accept, like I have a tough time sometimes accepting compliments from people. Did you ever feel like that?
Yeah, totally.
Do you have any insight like on what that kind of is? Or have you?
I think comedians are really insecure by nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why else would we have to get on stage with microphones, alone? Like, what's that about? Most people who are secure don't feel the need. So I think we're insecure by nature, and I think it's our job to kind of hone that insecurity into something more dynamic, right? Because that's how it begins. So I think when when you're insecure like that, you're uncomfortable with any sort of adulation. You want it, but you don't necessarily want to hear it to your face. You like to read it. Like I love to read a review of my book. I'd rather that than someone tell me how much it meant to them. Do you know what I mean? So I have that same thing. I get slightly uncomfortable when I get too much adulation in person. It's like, okay, when is this going to end? Like, thank you so much. And I want to be sincere and present, but I also sometimes check out. But it doesn't make any sense because that's what we're all here for is adulation. We all want the attention. So I think now I have this thing where like, it's not about you. It's about listening to that person. It's about giving time to the person whose life that you impacted, who has something nice to say to you. Because think about how hard it is for that person to come. Like I would never come up to a celebrity and be like, I saw you in, whatever movie and you changed my life. Like I wouldn't even bother that person. So when you think about what it takes for someone to say those things to you when they're not creepy and they're not weird and they're not like, threatening in any way.
And they're not wet too.
Yeah,
people are wet. That scares you.
You want to give them the time.
Yeah.
And so I think about it that way so that I'm a little bit more gracious than,
Yeah, than just being still stuck in yourself. Even if you're getting adulation, it's still about, well, how do I feel about adulation? It's almost like an ego trap in a weird way, kind of like, because even though I'm getting it, it's nice to get adulation from somebody or somebody saying thank you or something. And then I'm wondering, it makes me feel like at that point, who gives a fuck really how it makes you feel kind of like, you can
exactly
have your boundaries and stuff.
Right.
But imagine, if somebody must really care if they went over to say something or they wanted to share that.
Yeah, and it's really not, you have to, like, I feel like there's a responsibility once you become a public person, like I love the stuff that Chappell Roan is saying about, like, leave me alone, you don't have the right to touch me. It's all true, you don't have that, and if it bothers you, it bothers you. I don't give a shit, if people come up to me in a restaurant. I give a shit if people come up to me when I give a shit if someone waves, if they're rude and they wave over, like, come over here, like, when I'm sitting out down to dinner with friends or family and some fucking jackass is like, hey, Chelsea, come over here. It's like, no, what? No, you.
Some Italian
I'm
or
not
something.
fucking coming over to you. I don't even know you. But when people are really sweet about it, like I do feel a sense of responsibility. Also to be, I want people to feel good after they see me. You know what I mean? So it's not so much a struggle. I totally get what you're saying, but I think it's not a struggle so much as let them say their piece and let them say something nice. They're going to feel great after they say it. Like, oh, wow, I did it, So I tried to just think about them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder of that. So The Feeling, you're special. It's like, I only watched like 32 minutes of it, but what is The Feeling kind of like? Or do I have to wait to the end to get to know what it is?
Well, if you didn't see what The feeling was, then you didn't see the whole.
Oh, The Feeling is about. A lot of The Feeling that I've seen so far seems to be
about
feminine masturbation.
Feminine masturbation.
Or feminine,
Is that a new word, feminine?
I don't know.
It's about childhood masturbation.
Okay, sorry.
We used to call it The Feeling when we would rub up against like swing set poles and corners of walls. We would use furniture, ladles. We were really into masturbating, me and a group of my girlfriends, when we were 9 and discovered our Pikachus. So we would, and it wasn't like like, it wasn't like adult masturbation. You're not actually touching anything directly. You're basically rubbing your hands over material. Like, the thicker the material, the better the traction. So it's like, jeans, a thick corduroy burlap would be a great option. A corner of a wall. You want something that is going to give you the traction you need. And but how carried away I got as a child once I found out about the feeling and about a fucking clitoris, how I went bonkers with it. And I was masturbating in school, getting the feeling, rubbing pencils. I mean, whatever I could get, rulers. I mean, I had anything I could, I would just overdo it.
Just rub it against your body?
So the feeling.
Can I say that? We're talking about.
Yeah, you can say that. Of course, I'm the one talking about it.
Okay.
And it was, so that's where the feeling comes from. Just basically childhood exploration.
Oh, the part with the ladle I was like, what is happening here? There's a lot of there's a lot of use of masturbation to get through time. Of moments, maybe? Like when people masturbate,
like Thanksgiving dinner, I was like, this is gonna suck. I'm fucking 9. No one is coming to me for my global opinions or world affairs. No one gives a shit about my, I'm here with my family. They suck. I already established that they sucked. So I took a ladle and brought it to my Thanksgiving dinner, and then I got carried away. And the next thing I know, I was dripping, sweating like a rapist at my family dinner, and my mom asking me to stop, and that's something that I needed to do in the privacy of my own room. But up until that point, no one had called me out because I grew up at a time where no one was going to say, hey, stop jerking off, you fucking pervert.
Oh, people weren't saying that then?
No one was saying it. So I thought no one even knew what I was doing.
Oh, it's
so
secretive.
That's why I'd be like, I'd see a book and I'd be like rubbing up against, while I would be talking to my father, I'd put like my ass behind an ottoman and think I was disguising it.
Are you there, pussy? It's me, Chelsea.
Are you there, pussy? Yeah. It's me, Chelsea. And my family was just basically totally aware, but also disgusted and horrified, so that they didn't even say anything until it became unmanageable.
Oh yeah, if you see a child rubbing up on something, I guess if you have 6 other children, who gives a fuck what the last one's doing most of the time?
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's hard to approach them even probably. Maybe now you could text them and say, calm
Get your
it
hand
down.
out of your pants.
Yeah, or calm it down.
Yeah.
We're at a Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I mean, I used to masturbate so much as a kid that my calves would be sore because I would be face down on the carpet, rubbing my Pikachu over my denim jeans, and then my calves would kick out and would be flexing, Yeah. And so I had very, very strong calves growing up.
Wow, dude, that's bonkers, man. Yeah, but jerking off was fun, wasn't it? And I love how in the special you call it jerking off. I hadn't heard a woman refer to it as that before.
Really?
Yep, I'd never heard of a woman say jerking off before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just of.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was jerking off because you are climaxing. Technically, it is and it's the same thing as when you're an adult. When you like climax as an adult, you're like, ugh, you're kind of grossed out. Like, stop it, get off of me, get away from me. And then you give it like 2-3 minutes and you're ready to go again. You're like, oh, come back here, get me that wall.
Damn, I'm not a go again. I'm more of like, a lot of people are up by the front lines with the machine guns or whatever. I'm the cannon that comes in the back. It shoots once.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're wrapped.
And then it's like, neat down for repair or whatever. Like, that's me.
So how long how long can you have sex for?
Oh, I don't know about that.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute.
Let me think about the first one.
Well, the first time,
No, I mean 5 minutes, I'm saying. Just don't.
5 minutes.
Yeah, don't put me.
Listen, I don't think most people want to have sex for longer than 5 or 10 minutes. That's my thing.
If anybody's having sex for 14, who the fuck are you? You're some kind of like you're some kind of like a cyborg or like like Italians or whoever's fucking for that long. It's like, that's crazy to me. I want to get back to work.
I like fooling around. I like men. I like lots of different men. But I also don't want to get fucked for like 45. Like, I had a girlfriend who said to me, this guy fucked me for 45 minutes. And I went, bleh. Like, I don't want to get fucked for 45 minutes.
Thank you.
I really don't want that. And I don't
Scream
know many.
That for the ladies in the back.
I don't know any women that do. So I don't know what that's about. Talk about your pussy, like not being able to handle a situation. That's too much.
Yeah, that's like the Daytona $500. It's like, how much is that? Like the Goodyear pussy? It's like, I just don't want to. Yeah, it's like I kind of honestly
get bored.
I get bored.
You almost said it, so I'm just gonna finish it for you.
Fuck. What does that mean?
Bored.
Is that bad?
It means
though?
that you haven't had the right pussy yet. I don't think, but. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you're going to last longer. It's okay not to last. 5 minutes is not a big deal. That's fine.
Yeah,
but some guys like to go again and again and again. Like I once dated a guy.
Is that cool or that's crazy?
Well, it's kind of nice to be able to it's kind of nice as a woman to have a guy because that means they're just, you interpret that as they're so attracted to you that they can just get hard every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And while that can also seem like onerous, you're like, oh, God, I don't have the capacity. First of all, your vagina needs to retract after sex. Like it has to recover.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's open and then it's closed. So it kind of has to, there's a healing process.
Yeah, good.
Especially if you have a really big penis.
Good. Okay.
So that's for your listeners.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are wondering, what's an appropriate amount of time? Because you also, it's like, you hear these people like, let's fuck all night or whatever. And you're like, do not even knock on my door if we're fucking all night. I don't want anybody at my house doing anything all night. I don't want anybody even being awake in my house all night.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I've had sex with men where it's a one-nighter thing and you have sex a bunch of times in one night. And that's fun, but that's like a one-night stand. That's not like what you're going to do with your husband.
Right.
Like unless you're taking ecstasy.
Yeah.
And then you have sex and it never ends. And then you could fall asleep during sex, wake back up and be like, is this still fucking happening? Like, are we still having sex? I mean, God, when is this going to be over?
Yeah.
Come already.
That's a Catholic sleepover right there, I think they call it.
But girls are always trying to make guys come before they're ready to come anyway.
Oh, girls are trying to do that?
Yeah. Like most women are trying to get it over with because 5 minutes is plenty of time.
Yeah, it's a good.
So like a lot of guys, you're like, you're just saying things to make them come so that it's over.
Yeah.
And you're lying basically, like you're so fucking hot. This feels so fucking good. I can't take it. Yeah. Now
somewhere.
come all over my face. And then they try to come on your face. You're like, actually, I didn't mean that. Come on the fucking drapes. Like I wasn't serious about coming on my face. So
come on this cum plant.
I was just telling you to come. Yeah. So come.
I was at a girl's place one time and she had a plant that guys would come on and it was it was doing pretty well. I don't know if it was a pear. How small is a pear plant? Bring up a small one real quick. I think it was pear.
Wow.
But it's kind of cool.
And so everyone would just fuck her and then come in the plant?
I get it. Maybe once a year. I mean, I don't know if people were doing it monthly or how often.
Once a year? It only needed to get come once a year, the plant?
I mean, I have no clue what its also like supplement schedule was, but I do know that, young pear. Oh, no, it's something smaller. It was an indoor, it was a house plant. But, so that's not it. I can't remember. But... Yeah, it is fascinating the amount of time that I think there is some miscommunication there about how long people want it to go on.
Yeah. There's a definite misfire. It's not fair to men too, because men, first of all, you don't have to have a huge penis. Nobody cares about that. I mean, you don't want like a Vienna sausage. That's disappointing and it sucks. But
do they have those really?
Yeah, I've had sex with guys with little tiny penises. Wow. It's happened to me a couple times actually.
And what do you do in that instance? It's almost like a delicacy, or not a delicacy? It's like a
no. It's the opposite of a delicacy. You want it to be over, and you want them to go away. I've had sex with somebody who I didn't even know we were having sex and he came. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how small your penis is. Obviously I wasn't going to have sex with that person again, but men's penises don't need to be huge. Yeah. They just need to be hard. That's great. When a guy gets hard and that's fun and it's a decent size, it doesn't have to be massive and it can be like, and it doesn't have to go on forever. So yes, men who are listening, I'm sure there are tons of men listening. So I hope that assuages the male ego a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what we need to hear.
This is coming from a woman who's had sex with lots of men.
Yeah. Did you keep tabs of the amount of men that you slept with, you think?
I mean, I ran out of, that. I don't have time for that anymore because that's a long list.
Did you ever do like a little gift basket? I know some celebrities, like if you make love to somebody, you give them a little gift or something.
No, I don't. I mean, unless we're talking about STDs, I have never given a real gift to someone. No, I haven't given a gift. No, I haven't had sex with a lot of celebrities either. I mean, I know you're saying I'm the celebrity, but still, like, I also like regular guys. It's two celebrities together can be a little bit of a hot mess.
Was it harder to date and stuff once you had fame in your life, popularity in your life?
It's not hard, but men are definitely like, a little bit scared, turned off, intimidated, emasculated, that kind of vibe around me.
Because it's hard to practice with somebody that's because there's not as many people that are popular, so it's hard to practice. It's like you don't get that world as much, you know?
Yeah, I've been on lots of like situations. I've been in lots of situations with men that were not celebrities or that were, where we would be out or we'd be flirting for a while and then we'd go home and they couldn't perform. Like that's happened to me a lot, to the point where I was like, what is wrong with me? And then you realize that happens to a lot of guys. Like there's a lot of like performance anxiety. And I know that because I've dated men who've had that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a real thing. So like women also can't take that personally. It's not about that, but it is worth like being honest about it. Like, sorry, you know, I barely know you, or I'm a little like, this is our first time. Like it's good to kind of communicate that stuff so that everyone doesn't feel like weird.
Yeah.
You know, because then you have like an ick feeling.
Right. Then it's just
everybody.
this weird thing. Nobody ever said anything. Yeah. And these days, a lot of stuff's so common that it's like everybody's talked about everything now. So it's like, I think having certain conversations are a lot more the norm than they were like 20 years ago. You know, I remember I couldn't get an erection at some girl's place and it was like 3:30 in the morning or something. And I told her I had to go to swim practice or whatever. And it was early. Swim practice was at like 5 or whatever. And she's like, for what team, whatever. I was like 28 and I was fucking couldn't answer or whatever. Yeah, you know, just a bad idea. I have to go to swim team or whatever.
Oh, you told her that you had to go to swim team?
I was like, go to swim team practice early. My coach gets pissed. I'm like, what swim team are you on?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know because you weren't on one.
Because I wasn't in school or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So just sometimes you say shit like that. I got to get home to let my dog out is a good one.
I once left a guy's house. Once I felt his penis and realized it wasn't going to work. I once told a guy that I had to get my Invisalign out of my car, that I wouldn't be able to sleep without my Invisalign. And, you know, then I left and never came back. And so I've done things like that, too, to get out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Or a situation that's not going to be fruitful.
Right. And not only just for you, but for them also. It's like, why spend more time creating something that's just going to be uncomfortable, you know?
That's true. But I'm sure when you get left in the dust, like we all, I mean, everyone's experienced that at some point. It does not, that does not feel good.
Yeah.
If someone comes, you take a chick back to your house and she leaves right as you get naked, that can't feel good. You know what I mean? I was on a date with this guy in London once and
I like London, don't you?
I love London. It's my favorite. And I was on a date with this guy in London and we had a great date. I had been talking to him like on Raya or one of those apps before I went out there, and he was hot and we went out to dinner. We had a great dinner and I was like, oh, this is going great. I'm like, do you want some, mushrooms? And he had talked about mushrooms. So like, I thought we were both into it. And he's like, yeah, I would love some. And we get back to my house and I would get back to my hotel and he's just dripping, sweating. Like, and I'm like, are you? And he just looked like he was about to throw up. And he's like, I think I'm going to throw up. And I'm like, oh my God, are you? He's like, I'm fucking flying. And I was like, oh my God, I felt like Bill Cosby, you know, like I drugged this man. And I go, oh my God. And then he had to take a walk outside. I go, yeah, go take a walk. And I'm texting.
Take a walk.
I go take a walk. He needed fresh air. I go take a walk. And he came back like 20 minutes later. He's like, I'm sorry, but I have to go home. Like I'm fucking hallucinating. And I'm sitting there on shrooms too, but I'm fine. And I'm like, oh my God, I just drugged my date. Like, and I was telling my girlfriends the next day and they're like, why would you ever give mushrooms to someone after you fucking went out to dinner? Like, that is not exotic or erotic or anything. It's like, that's a party drug to fucking laugh. Like, it's not seductive. And you fucking made the guy sick to his stomach. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no more drugs on first dates, no more.
Oh yeah, mushrooms are crazy, dude. I remember taking them one time and some girl's like, let me see. She didn't even want to make out, or she's like, let me see your weird dick or whatever. And I was like, because I guess like she was really getting the swirls, She's like, let me see your weird dick. And I was like, fucking all right, But that can be kind of just a tough idea. And then it's just weird to touch somebody and hug somebody, and then like that can be. But it is fun to sit around and laugh or something on some mushroom. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, mushrooms aren't a very sexual drug. So like that was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes having enjoying time with somebody's fucking nice too, and not feeling the pressure like you got to make you got to have sex.
Yeah, you got to have sex, exactly. So that's the problem with that too, especially on a night where you're it's better to do that with someone you've gotten to know a little bit rather than like a first excursion.
Yeah. Did you I had one more question. Oh, did you ever meet Bill Cosby?
I did meet Bill Cosby.
Before he got...
That's in the special, the part that you didn't see.
Oh, it is? Is it really?
It is, yes. And yes.
What was it like whenever you met him?
It was disappointing.
Really?
But he was an asshole. He was an asshole because there was a guy opening for me, and we were in Atlantic City, and he basically went off on first of all, I showed up to his hotel room at 3:00 in the afternoon. The casino manager said, "Hey, Bill Cosby wants to meet you," because he was gonna rape me. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know about Bill Cosby. This was before all of that came out.
Because he would do afternoon rapes or whatever?
Yeah, he would have women come up to his hotel room, give him Rohypnol, and then fuck them. And they would be out of it. But I showed up with my security guard and my opener, who was a man, Chris Frangiola, and he and I walked into the room. And when Bill Cosby realized I had two guys with me, his mood just was like, fuck off. And he basically read the guy telling him he was never going to amount to anything, opening for me as a comedian, opening for a woman. And I'm like, this doesn't seem like he's in a good mood or like we should take this shit. And then later I found out, everything's broke, and we found out Bill Cosby was drugging hundreds of women. He would summon them to his hotel room, give them like some barbiturate.
The same pattern that happened with you?
Rohypnol.
Wow.
But he never gave that to me. And my sister, after that happened, she was like, well, now we know why Bill Cosby was such an asshole that day. And I was like, little does Bill Cosby know that roofie wouldn't have put a fucking dent in me. So
the unrapeable.
That's
wow.
right.
What about Michael Jackson? I'm just trying to think. I ask everybody. But
I saw Macaulay Culkin the other night, and I wish I could have heard what he was saying to me because he was thanking me for something, and I don't remember ever interacting with Macaulay Culkin, but he kept going on and saying, thank you so much, Chelsea, thank you so much. And it was so loud at the party that I don't know what he said.
Was it an Oscars party?
Yeah, it was like Guy Series after party, but I was wondering if it had anything to do with Michael Jackson, and I'm like, I wonder if I forgot that I did something about Michael Jackson. I probably did. I probably did a whole thing about Michael Jackson at some point, but I don't know. Was Michael Jackson raping kids, or was he a kid wanting to hang out with other kids? It's very murky. Like, I don't want to give him any credit, but it's like he didn't seem like somebody who was having sex with anybody. He seemed like somebody who was like stunted. You know what I mean? Like a little kid.
Oh, I don't think that was. I think that was definitely part of his psychology, that he was just like, like a 7-year-old that grew up and got super famous and also had sexuality going on inside him at the same time. I don't know how all that comes out, and maybe some of it was criminal, maybe some of it wasn't. I don't know. But no, I'm just curious as to who gets to run across certain people like in celebrity circles and stuff, But I'm trying to think of anything else. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about specifically, Chelsea?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good too.
I think you could tell. Oh, I'll tell your male listeners to if you want your daughter. Oh, he loves you. Look at that.
Oh, that's nice of him. Buddy, thank you.
If you want to get a good gift for your girlfriends, wives, or daughters, I'll Have What She's Having. That's my book. That's just debuted at #1. I'm happy about that. My special's called The Feeling. It's on Netflix. And those are my 2 projects right now.
Congratulations. And just thanks for coming and spending time with us today. It's just, you get it done. And it's impressive to witness. And it's just, I feel lucky that you came and spent time with us today. So
thank you.
Thank you very much, Chelsea.
Thank you. Thanks, Theo.
You bet.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take.
We've got new merch. We've got these Onward hoodies. These are my favorite type of hoodie that we've ever used, the template. The material, the style of it. I think they'll be your favorite as well. We're going to try to focus on making sure that the template is perfect, so that it just feels good and that you enjoy it and that you keep it and wear it for a long time. Those are really great. I want you to check them out. They're at theovanstore.com. And thank you for your support if you choose to purchase one. Today's guest is an actor. He's a comedian. He's a writer. He was hit by a damn car. You know him from Workaholics and The Righteous Gemstones. He has his own podcast with the guys from Workaholics called This Is Important. It's always a fun time with my friend, Adam Devine.
Just
you shower, or is it the rain that got you a little wet?
I just showered, unfortunately.
It looks good on you.
Really?
I'm not afraid to say it. That wet look looks good on you, Theo.
You think?
Yeah, I ain't lying.
Let me see it. Pulled it up. Let me get a gander at it. Well, I don't know.
Oh, damn, son.
Yeah, I could just.
Sorry.
No, don't be. I like it. I haven't heard it in a while. I saw you stretching a little bit. Was that what I saw?
Yeah, you did. You got to stay limber for all this sitting we're doing. I'm getting at the age now where I can't sit for too long, dude.
Really?
Yeah, that sucks.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just sitting just fucking bothers me.
It yeah. I do notice, I thought about this, like we're not supposed to just be sitting around. Like imagine if, say you went in the woods, right?
Yeah.
And you saw all the animals are having fun.
Yep.
Right?
They always are.
Yeah. Most of them are. Some of them are beating, killing. There's some.
Yeah, some of them.
There's
but
violence.
Eating is fun, though.
Yeah, most
so
of
they're
them are having a
having
good
fun.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's violence. A lot of it's by the streams.
Mm-hmm.
And so, kind of.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun if you're into that.
Yeah, and I think most animals, and I'm also into water.
But but that's where things get violent is down there.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying is, I think
right.
nature's a blast, right?
Yeah.
You see it, they're herding, the animals, the woodpecker comes down, he's like, he makes noise and people are like, get the fuck out of here, we want to sleep in.
But you don't think for him that's kind of fun, though? It's just like, wake up, motherfucker?
Yeah, he's obviously been using or whatever. He's one of the animals that got a hold of a bag somewhere.
Absolutely.
Who else is rolling up like that?
Just so early, just slamming their head against a wall.
Yeah, and then taking off.
Yeah.
Unless he's like Morse coding a message from the heavens or from like AC/DC or something, But I'm sure every animal, they all conjointively hate that MFer.
Conjointively, I think they are.
When they see, unless one person had to get up early for work and he's like, guys, I had to invite him.
Yeah. And we started to talk about this because of stretching.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, so stretching is, you said sitting down.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I don't know if we're supposed to be sitting down. Like say if you went into nature and you saw a bunch of animals, they were doing stuff, scratching their backs on trees, eating berries and tickling each other or whatever. And then there's one animal off to the side who's sitting in a chair and he's vaping or working on his computer.
Yep.
You'd be like, something's not right.
He's going to have some achy hips.
Yeah.
Because humans, they weren't sitting back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, rocks, they're not comfortable.
No.
We've made all these comfy chairs, get us all sloven.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I live in Orange County, so I drove up here to do this, among some other things. But I drove up here, and it took like an hour, 40 minutes, and then I get out of my car, and my hips are like,
Yeah, my body the top starts to lean forward. My top half of my body will start to lean forward like that.
Yeah. Well, do you know my body fell apart, dude. I was hit by a cement truck when I was a kid.
Were you really?
I was, dude.
And how full or was it?
It was a full cement truck.
No way.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a full cement truck, because that's still fucked up. But it was a full one, dude.
Full one's really bad.
It was, I think, 32 tons, something like that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude. It hit me. I ran over the first under the wheels, and then spit me out. I flew 500 feet, dude.
You're lying.
Truths.
Oh my god! What's the longest field goal ever kicked? That's insane. Bring that up.
Yeah, it has to be more than 500. No, maybe not. How long is the 66 yards? So quick math. I think that's 1,000 feet. Quick math. No, what is that?
188.
188 feet.
Oh my god! So that's like more than double.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What did you land in?
I skidded up the street or down the street, however it goes. And I was hit in one county and I landed in another county. Because the street was like the dividing line between the counties.
Still count?
Yes, still counts as a cool factoid of
And
me.
is this the style you got hit by? What'd you get hit by?
Yeah, it was a similar style. Yeah, so I got taken under those wheels.
Those Peterbilts are nice, huh?
Yeah, that's a solid truck.
And now what happened? Because I have a friend who got hit by a train, right? And he's doing
Not as funny.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He was doing great. He was listening to, I think, Alanis Morissette or something, walking with his headphones on.
Yeah.
And
he's like, "Isn't this ironic?"
yeah. Yeah, well,
Don't you think?
because
It's
the
like
craziest thing.
listening to my song getting hit by a train.
Craziest thing was he'd been listening also to Train earlier.
See, that would actually be ironic. Yeah.
But I think, that joke only works if he had been listening to Train earlier.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
we dialed that one in.
Yeah, we did a good job. But yeah, you believe that they're noise canceling, and then you're like, no, they're not that noise canceling. He couldn't hear a train coming.
That's
And so
That's wild.
But it's effective, is all I'm saying. Those headphones are effective.
Yeah.
So you're walking, where are you when this happens?
it was Omaha, Nebraska,
Mm-hmm.
and we were going across the street to get candy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, true facts were we were going to, like, we would steal pages out of Playboy or Penthouse magazines, and we were like 12, 11.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was our move. We would go there, we'd rip out. I don't know why we didn't just steal the magazine.
Because the ripping sounds loud. It sounds
It's
like they
way
would-
louder, but in little kid brain, I was like, it's not as bad if we only steal a few pages.
That's fair.
Like we're gonna get in less trouble if we get caught.
Right, like I got one page.
Like, I only got a couple pages.
Yeah.
I only got like half a tit here, Mom. What?
I
I
didn't
can't
steal a
get-
magazine.
It's just a magazine. You still have the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say they buy it for the articles, Mom. So I left the articles. So we would do that, and so my one friend was across the street, or my two friends were across the street, and they say, "Come on," and I took that as coast is clear. Coast wasn't clear, Theo.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 Symmetrics are going up the hill as 2 are coming down, and I couldn't see the other side of the street. It was like the suburbs, so new houses were sprouting up all over. So 3 were coming up, 2 were coming down. He yells, "Come on!" I'm like, take his word for it. Walked out behind the 3rd cement truck. Boom, bam, hot damn.
Did you even have a second to see it, or you was just lights out?
I don't remember it. This is all what people have told me. My friend could have thrown me in front of the cement truck for all I know, but I don't think so. Danny Hendricks did not try to murder me, I don't think. So
Danny
yeah.
or Denty?
Or Danny. Yeah, so
Sounds like you have to me.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know him.
Maybe. I don't think so. He's a good guy. But
Is he? What does he do now?
I mean, dude, I don't know what he does right now. Danny Hendricks, there he is. Wow, great job, dude. Staffy Ninja. Helps the medical labs locate and attract exceptional talent. So that's, he's got a real job.
That's cool.
He's got a nice smile.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's
huh?
a handsome guy. He's got.
Well, he didn't have to
I
put
think
his smile back
he's got, like,
together off of a street curb either.
yeah, that's true. Like had to cobble myself back together, but yeah. So from that, all those injuries, I am now like my body's just all fucked up.
Well, how long were you in the hospital from it?
I was in for like a month and a half, but then I had like 24 surgeries within a short. Dude, my legs are all fucked up. Look at this. It looks like uncooked chicken. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Does it gross you out?
Well, it's okay. I can see it.
Okay. Look
Wow.
at that, dude.
Okay.
That's the real deal right
That's
there.
a flat.
Yeah, that looks like some uncooked chicken meats.
Damn, homie's got a flat on there.
Yeah.
And is that wow? Can I touch that?
Yeah, touch that.
Oh my god, that's magic.
It's
very
really smooth, right? This is what like older
man.
ladies, this is what they want their skin not to look like, but to feel like.
Yeah.
Right? Touch it
Oh,
again.
that's off-road skin.
Yeah. But that's kind of smooth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, touch that
pretty
again. I
good.
don't think you're getting
Let me touch the underside
yeah,
of it.
get the underbelly of
Ooh,
it. I
wow.
can't feel that, Theo.
Underside tickles
Yeah.
me a little
Yeah.
touching it.
I can't feel that.
You can't really?
No.
So a lot of nerve damage. Like, was that thing just hanging on? What happened? Because that looks kind of
Yeah,
rekindled.
both.
Like it looks like
and then this side isn't
wow,
as
okay.
bad.
That one has a dip in. It looks
Yeah,
like.
this is because this is like the actual muscle, and then it dips here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude.
You know what it reminds me of? That Body Wars thing that comes to all the exhibits. Body World. I think it's called Body World, I believe. And it's also Body World is pretty incredible, man. It is kind of fascinating. There's one where they spliced a pregnant person.
You have to.
Okay.
Oh, you have to
I mean-
splice a pregnant person.
That's a way to do a gender reveal, I think. But the exhibit is set up so that one starts at the skeletal system. It's an exhibition showcasing human bodies that have been preserved through a process called plastination and dissected to display bodily systems. It opened in Tampa, which is
I wouldn't have expected that.
Tampa is, they allow a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it seems like it seems like a thing that would sprout up in like Boston. Like some Harvard people were like, "Yo, let's start up this thing."
Right.
You know, Tampa doesn't feel like it should.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you know, but
They may
hey,
have
good for
won
them.
it. Somebody won it in a lawsuit. I think it probably had to start it in Florida, maybe based on legalities or something.
Yeah, it was a divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Somebody
someone's like,
wanted a
"Well,
divorce."
I'm keeping the exhibit." So that idea we had, I'm keeping that, and I'm running with it. So
the exhibit displays internal organs and organic systems, bodies staged in active poses, and fetuses in various stages of development.
it opened in 1995. Guess when I was ran over, dude? 1995.
You're lying.
Oh my God. Maybe they read about me in the paper and were like, hey, I have an idea.
Yeah. Let's take this show on the road.
Let's take it on the road,
It's a hit.
dude. Yeah, I thought I wonder if I won't shut up about getting hit by a symmetric. I hope I didn't retell that story.
It's fascinating,
Yeah.
man. No, I don't think so at all. And here's a little bit of Real Bodies, the exhibit, and you just get to see the texture. That's what this reminds me of. You have a very kind of beef jerky from the knees down.
But smooth.
No, it's nice.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
it's not a hard jerky.
Well, it just also seems you seem strong.
Thank you. Thank you for saying
Do
that.
you think your legs had to be stronger after this? Because
It was a ton of physical, like years and years and years of physical therapy. And what sucks now, dude, is I'm back in the physical therapy grind. So
Because
like,
of it?
Yeah, whatever happened. Like 3 years ago, I was shooting this show in Germany, and I like was wiggling around, and I like kicked my leg up, and I was like ping, and something pinged down here in my groin. I was like, I got my balls popping out. You know, like you have a hernia, and like my insides are oozing out, not oozing out. They weren't. So then it was just something like got tweaked, and then it was just like bing, 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 and the muscles all got fucked up. And so I had 2 surgeries. I was like, it's my hips. So I got hip surgeries on each side. It wasn't the hips.
No.
So it's been 3 years of like trying to cobble my body back together. And I was so fucked up, and I was so tight and tense, and I was getting these spasms. I went to the doctor. The doctor 1 month before my son was born was like, you're dying. Swear to God, Theo. He goes, you have stiff person syndrome, which is a real disease. It sounds like a boner joke, but it is not. And he's like, you got stiff person syndrome.
No.
And that essentially the like average lifespan of someone with stiff person syndrome is like 5 or 6 years.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm dying. So for a solid couple months, I was like, my son is just born.
Oh.
I'm going to die.
And what are you feeling like? Are you feeling like a gingerbread cookie kind of style? Or like, how stiff are you at that point?
I'm a lot better now. I was so stiff. I would move and everything would go crack, 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 crack. And it hurts to just move at all. And I would have these crazy spasms, and like they would happen in my stomach sometimes, and it looks like I'm pregnant, like a little fucking arm is pushing out. It was wild.
Bring some of that up. Stiff person syndrome. This is a real.
It's a real. Celine Dion has it.
Oh.
So then I go through all this testing, and then they were like, we don't think you have this. We think this is from your accident. And I'm like, okay, thank God I don't have this. And then I go through another 6 months. I'm on the set of The Righteous Gemstones. I'm not getting any better. In fact, I'm getting worse. And I tell Danny, I'm like, dude, I have to dip. I have to go see the stiff person syndrome guy. And it was so scary because he's the guy that's going to tell me if I actually have it or not.
Oh, really?
And I'm there. It's after hours. And they saw me special, and I just hear his little click, clack of his old man doctor shoes, and he comes and he has those eyebrows that are like wizard-like.
Yeah, like the eyebrows that like a bird will land on one.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have eyebrows like that, you're like, you have wisdom, right?
Yeah, definitely. People who trim their eyebrows are obviously dumb as fuck.
You're not. Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude. You got to let those things sprout if you're lucky enough to have some wiry brows. And so he comes, and luckily he tells me I do not have it. So thank God. But it was like a wild ride where I'm like, I think I'm dying.
It's
now,
like a
now I'm
verdict.
like, it's from my accident. It sucks, but hopefully I can get better. You know.
So some of the mental fear is gone away because you got the verdict.
And then I think from that, some of the physical has gotten a little better because the mental, because I'm not just like, because I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping like 3 hours a night. I was just going online, sitting on the toilet and watching TikTok videos of like people with like, that are like, I'm living with stiff person syndrome and I'm living an okay life. And you're like, oh, this is, I feel
doing good.
Yeah, it's like, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
and you're like,
somebody set me on a counter so I can look at the children or whatever.
yeah, totally.
You're like Elf on a shelf, dude.
That's exactly what it was. And I'm like,
God,
and
dude.
it's, I feel so bad for these people. And also in turn, I'm like, this is going to be me, dude. I'm going to like, my wife is just going to have to like wheel me into the living room as I watch my like little son walk for his first steps. You know, I think it's going to go like that. But luckily it's not. So that's been, since I saw you last, dude.
That's what you've been doing.
That's what I've been doing.
And that's so stressful, I can imagine, man.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that, dude.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. And where you started, and like,
So that's why I was stretching. That's why
well, you can get dysplasia too. That's one of the things that,
so dogs get a lot.
well, a lot of Australian Shepherds get it. My friend Scott has an Australian Shepherd.
People say I'm an Australian Shepherd as a human.
I could see that a little bit.
Yeah.
Dysplasia refers to abnormal development of growth of cells or tissues, which can be mild, moderate, or severe, and can sometimes be a precursor to cancer.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I thought that was when your hips get all tight.
Yeah, let's look up
Yeah.
hip dysplasia.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hip dysplasia.
This guy's trying to upsell us.
I
on
thought
some
that was
shit.
all. That'd always be like a kind of a cool name for like a '90s hip hop group.
Yeah, get it out.
Hip dysplasia. Yeah.
Yeah. Hip dysplasia condition where the hip joint does not develop properly,
Yeah.
resulting in abnormal fit between the ball and socket of the hip. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The exact cause of hip dysplasia is unknown, but it may be related to genetics, position during pregnancy, and a history of hip dysplasia in a family.
Don't have that. Thank God.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Now, were there things, were you having to roll out your legs and stuff? Like, tell me some, were there,
I roll out every day.
dude, I have to roll out.
Yeah. I carry around like the ball. The ball I really fuck with. I do acupuncture once a week. I do body work at least once a week. I do a thing called functional patterns, which is, it teaches you like how to stand properly using weights and different kind of things. And then I do regular physical therapy. And that's about it right now. But like, and then I do a chiropractor that hooks me up with like this machine that zaps you, you know, like a TENS unit, like a stem pads.
Yeah.
But like, this is supposedly like the hot shit machine that zaps you even more. I don't know even what it does, but I'm like doing everything. So like right now when I'm not currently working on a project, it's like 5 days a week, all week,
Physical therapy
every
type
week,
stuff.
physical therapy type stuff. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So that's like having another child. It's almost like having another child. It's like having to take care of yourself like that is really extensive.
It's so annoying. And then like I might do this movie and it shoots in South Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm like running around and it's like an action sort of movie. And I'm like, oh, am I going to fuck myself up again? So now I'm like looking at projects with a little side eye going like, can I handle this shit?
Yeah. What about a calm project?
Yeah. I need a nice chill, like, but
Peeping Tom type of thing.
oh, if I could get a Peeping Tom gig, dude, that's where I'd really shine.
Hit him on the ladder.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm just perched up in a tree, but I have like a nice chair, like a deer stand,
Yeah.
you know, and but it's just me just like oogling someone. That'd be a good gig, dude.
Yeah,
Get Sydney Sweeney or someone in it. I don't know.
Look-see. Or your wife.
Yeah.
But no, but look, it's just acting.
Yeah. It's just
It's
acting
just
on.
acting, babe. Oh yeah, if you got January Johns in there, you got who else can you
A
put
lot
in
of
there?
people, dude. Rear Window. That's
That's in Hitchcock, wasn't it? Rear Window.
I think so. Yeah, that's
Rear Window. I think was about butt stuff, wasn't it? That was an early.
an early anal film.
could have been.
One of the first anal films.
I think it was about proctology. It was like a
Oh,
proctologist.
was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
A
Yeah.
proctologist can't get his act together.
Yeah.
Man, that's so wild. Thanks for sharing that, dude.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, how long did it affect you? Like, say after the accident happened, how long was it like, was it like a daily thing that affected you probably?
Oh, for sure. I couldn't walk for about 2 years. And then, but then 8th grade, your homie played football. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it was so bad, dude. But they were like, yeah, he could play. And then it was just, they made me an offensive lineman. Dude.
Well, I guess if you can't move.
I can't move. It was just like, but I was pretty strong from all the physical therapy.
You
I
just
could
said
do.
go around on it.
Yeah, don't hit me. Yeah, just play it. But my mom was like so worried about me, right? So she put shin guards on me and arm guards on me. So I was hitting people like, bah, bah.
Yeah, you're like a soccer fighter.
Yeah, dude.
out there.
My dad was like, take your elbow and jam it underneath their chin. So it's just me going like, dink, and they're like, oh. And I was like, kind of decent. Like it worked. Yeah, dude. It worked.
You were the only guy out there who was fucking.
Who was just fucking high-eyeing.
Yeah. What? That's crazy, dude. And the devilishness of your father to then,
dude, my dad's a dirty dog,
to
man.
guide you like that.
Yeah. My dad, like, I don't know how your parents were, but my dad, I remember as a kid, I was getting bullied, a little bit.
I'm sure, dude.
Yeah, but before the accident.
Before?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just like there was a bully, right? And and my dad was like, dude, does he? He picks on you. Is he a lot bigger than you? And I'm like, he's way bigger than me. He was held back a grade, so this guy was like a fucking monster, dude.
Insane.
And it was in like
and
4th
dumb.
grade.
He's held back.
Yeah, he was
You're
held
like,
back.
yeah.
He's a big dummy.
Just let the dumb go with their friends.
Let him go.
That's a scary part when you're like, hey, this kid's
You hold him
kinda
back,
dumb.
and now he's mad.
Yeah, now he's angry.
Because everyone knows he's stupid.
Yeah, he's angry and dumb.
Yeah. So now he's in my grade, and he
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
That's it. Yeah. I smell the blood of dumb. And then he is like picking on me, and my dad was like, hit him as hard as you can in the face, and then run away. He's like, like, try to knock him the fuck out, and then he's bigger than you. And I'm like, He's like, then get out of there.
Right.
So the next day, I was like, he was picking on me, and I just was like, blah! And I punched him right in the nose. Did not knock him out. But he didn't attack. He cried like a bitch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then I think I became his bully, which in turn, I've told this story on my podcast. This is important. And I told that story, and then I found through the grapevine that he thinks that I was his bully. He doesn't remember bullying me. He only remembers me bullying him afterwards. Because afterwards, I just took my dad's advice.
Right.
So he was like talking shit in class. I just got out a book and hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like he was talking shit at the top of the stairs. I fucking kicked him.
Checked
and he
him.
fell down the stairs, dislocated his shoulder.
Did he?
Yeah, dude. So I think I was like fucking really violent.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't remember things correctly.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were
I did. It does.
a violent guy.
It does. But I thought in my head, he's the aggressor. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a little piece of shit, but I thought I was in the right. But I was like, I'm smaller, so I have to be more violent, or else I'm gonna be the one getting my ass kicked. So
We had a kid at after school care. We went to religious after school care because they would donate it to you if you prayed a lot or something. So my mom would get a couple prayers in, and then you got free care for the kids or whatever.
good deal.
Oh yeah, so she was hitting the urinal or something. No, it's not a urinal. What is it? Where you pray?
Confessional.
Confessional, right?
Yeah.
So she
Way different than a urinal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
God, I hope God, please make this piss come out right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay, dude. But yeah, so she would like make a bunch of deposits in the confessional or whatever, and then they gave you free childcare for the after school, right? And we had this one kid named Jeep was his name. He was named after a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
So they named him Jeep. And I was like, well, that's not how it works, but
it.
My buddy Scott's daddy was like, you know what? If he's being mean, you go up on that upper deck and hum a piece of concrete off at him.
And did you do that?
I don't remember if we did it or not, but I just remember that advice being like, that is
aggressive advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeep was problematic, and he would body slam other kids and stuff.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Yeah, so
But everybody had a bully, man. But you talked about it on a new podcast. You have a new podcast. Wait, I know this with the guys from Workaholics. You guys started a new podcast.
That's right. It's not new. We've been doing it a while now, but
did you re-pick it up or something?
Yeah, we don't promote it, so we've just been doing it in silence. Yeah, no one knows about it. It's called This Is Important, but it's me and the Workaholics guys. It's super fun.
Yeah,
it's fun, dude.
And what a way to keep that thing alive. What a way to keep an experience alive.
Yeah, it's just a fun way to get together. It was during the pandemic, actually, we started it, and we were like, dude, we never see each other anymore. We're bored. Let's just crank this bitch out.
Bring up a photo of the gang right there with the pod.
Yeah, This Is Important. We're actually pitching a new show together. Yeah,
Really?
so the boys might be back.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, we're
What a great group you got with too.
yeah, it's fun.
It's rare that you have a show, right? Like Workaholics, which was such a hit. And then you now get to have an experience where you guys are still kind of together, even podcasting, right? And with Gemstones ending, what's it like when something like big like that ends? Like, what's it like when a project that you've done for a few years ends? Like, I know even just doing a small movie that it was like the last day, it felt like the last day of school. And it was like, and we were kind of close, but it only been, maybe 30 days. But this is years of your life. What's that?
Dude, it's way different. Like a movie, doing movies is so fun, right? Like it's a lot of work, like way more work than people think. They think it's all glitz and glamour. It kind of sucks.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a living, you're up and you're down and you're up and you're down. You're almost like a zombie that has to do some stuff.
I love it though. I love like putting all the little pieces together and you feel like you're the quarterback of a football team and the whole crew's working together and everybody's working for one common goal. But then when it's wraps, a movie, you really only spent like 2 months together or however long. And so it's like saying goodbye, and it's difficult because you made friends with some of these people. But then on a TV show, it's years and years of your life.
Yeah.
And you really form like real friendships with some of these people. So I like that better in the way that you're like some of these crew people I'm going to know for the rest of my life. And then it's just nice to build a relationship. So that's what I love about TV. And I'm like, I'm trying to pitch another show with the Workaholics guys and working on a few other projects that I hope I can get off the ground TV wise, because it's nice just to have something that you can come back to every year and grow with the characters and, have it morph over time. Like Gemstones ending, like that show was a wild ride, dude. It got us through the pandemic, through 2 strikes, through all these ups and downs, all this turmoil. It was nice to come back and have this be, kind of home base. Wow. And I know you just recorded with Danny a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, isn't he the best, dude?
He's so great. I was a little bit nervous. I wish I had just talked about more regular stuff. We talked about like some family stuff. It was great. Yeah, it was great. You just always kind of have your druthers,
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I had no clue what he was going to be like. There's not a ton of stuff out there about him.
Well, he likes to be mysterious, And
it's good. He does a great job of it. And he was talking about how, like, by not having social media and all that kind of stuff, it just keeps him, it lets him have his brain space for himself. He's like, you have to have time to be kind of just where your brain's not doing anything, And
he's so good about, like, doing what he does and not feel, I think it's so easy just to be like, I have to be everywhere. I have to be doing, and I feel this way sometimes. I'm like, why don't I have a Snapchat presence? I'm like, fucking Snap. Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm not like a 14-year-old TikTok girl. Like,
yeah, you'd be a pedophile if you had one.
Yeah, I don't need to be a pedophile. I just want to. Everyone's doing it.
It is Hollywood, dude.
It's Hollywood, man. So he's just the coolest boss, man. It was so fun. Yeah. You meet him and you're like, I was the same way. You're a little on your heels. You're a little intimidated, right? Because he's such a presence. And I remember the first time I met him, it was at an after party for like This Is the End or something. And we were doing a movie that Seth Rogen produced, Game Over Man, which I did with the Workaholics guys. And so we were there at the after party, and I was trying to smoke with Seth, like go toe to toe with him. And I smoke weed. I'm good at smoking weed, I would say. Not as good as Seth Rogen.
He looks like he's part of a joint.
Yes, he looks human joint. Yeah. And so I'm like in a fucking daze, fully crossfaded. And also he doesn't drink, but I do. So I'm like just guzzling vodka while still trying to keep up with him. And through this
and
cloud
you have
of
stiff person syndrome. So you're fucking.
this is pre-stiff person.
Okay.
This is pre my stiff.
Okay.
But out through this cloud emerges Danny McBride. And he's on like my Mount Rushmore, you know,
Yeah,
of favorite comedians.
And just seeing him walk up, he just has this. Everything that he says is his character. So it's like, it's just him.
Yeah. And I was like on my heels. And so I go, "You're Danny McBride." And he's like, "Dude, yeah, I know." And he's like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you." And then I looked at him and I said, "You're a bright shooting star." What? Like, what the fuck, dude?
You're a bright shooting star.
I told him you're a bright shooting star, which I think is like a
Native American type of thing.
It might be a Native American, but it's also like, I think from Boogie Nights or something. And so I said, "You're a bright shooting star." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, man." And I grabbed my girlfriend at the time and I was like, "We have to leave."
We have to leave.
And she was like, "I'm having a good time. Why are we leaving?" I'm like, "I just called Danny McBride a bright shooting star."
Yeah.
And she was like, "You're right. Let's get out of here." She's like, "Yeah, fucking, you're out of your mind, dude. Let's get out of here." But when he cast me on the show, he did not remember that. I think he also was pretty crossfaded as well, so he didn't remember that.
He might have been cooking with Seth. Huh?
Yeah, he might have been also cooking with Seth. So,
dang, dude, that's crazy.
yeah. So thank God.
Yeah. Are you ready to win real money this March Mania tourney? Struggling to choose which teams will pull off an upset? Forget about the teams. All you need to focus on are the players' stats to win big cash prizes with DraftKings Pick 6. And when it comes to massive payouts, DraftKings dunks all over the competition. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. Track your picks for a shot to win huge cash prizes. It's as simple as that. Turn your March Mania knowledge into cash today. New players can get $50 in Pick 6 credits instantly with just a $5 entry. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code Theo. That's code Theo for new customers to play $5. Get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins. Only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Shout out to Dave Ramsey, my friend. He invited me to a get-together at his home in a few months. I'm looking forward to that. And I was grateful when I had him on the show. Dave keeps it real. He's been there for a long time for people, reliable, no fluff, no fancy words, just straight-up truth about money. Dave's been doing it for 30 years. He's a financial expert, 8-time best-selling author, and the host of The Ramsey Show. That's a Monday through Friday show where Dave and his team take calls from real people dealing with real money situations. Some are in deep and some just need a little guidance. But all of them are looking for a way forward. They've had some wild calls. My wife maxed out her credit cards at McDonald's. I was dumped because I worked too much. And should I pay for my wife to get plastic surgery? Big questions facing Americans. But it's not about the crazy stories. The Ramsey Show helps people take control, get a plan, and change their lives. Nearly 40 million people watch The Ramsey Show on YouTube. It dominates Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music charts. So if you want to get your money right, or just hear some of the wildest financial situations people get into, The Ramsey Show has it. Check out The Ramsey Show weekdays on YouTube, podcasts, or click the link in the show notes. Yeah, he's just like, I don't know. It's tough because you want to impress him, but you also want to just learn about him. There was a lot of little stuff. And to know that he liked the directing side and the thinking about and the program that he thinks about that more than it seems like he does probably the acting side. Not as a judgment or anything.
No, that's right.
That's the stuff that he talked about, why he even got into things. That's the stuff that he likes the most. Like, he's like, I won't really go back and watch things. I like to just be there in that moment when things are chaotic, and how do we figure it out? And I was like, wow, that's kind of fascinating.
He's a really smart guy. He went to film school first, and so he came into the business wanting to be a writer and a director. And that's what I wanted to do too. Yeah. And I remember telling my mom, I'm like, I think I want to go to film school. That way I can learn the other side and then put myself as the lead in projects. And then I could have all the creative control. And my mom, bless her heart, was just like, you're an actor. Just go be an actor. It was like dunking on me a little bit. Like, okay, dummy. Just go be the actor.
Yeah, you've already been hit by a cement truck.
Yeah. Let's not push our luck here, okay?
Yeah. Next, all you need is a lumber truck and it's a wrap, dude.
Dude, a freaking steamroller.
Dang, dude. So Gemstones is but no, getting to see him. Well, it was funny because I went in the lobby and they were waiting in the front room, and they're like, Danny's here, and we were trying to get ready a little bit, and just been a long week, and I go in there and he's just pretending that he's sleeping in the chair, which is just so fucking like kind of something a kid would do, you know?
Dude, he's the best.
It was just so like, I've walked in there and there's been 100 guests in there, and never once has one just pretended that they're sleeping.
Dude, he'll like when you're on, he likes to keep things light and fun, and but he's also just like he's like a little rascal. And so you'll be shooting your side of a take, right? And it's over his shoulder, and he'll just go, like, as you're trying to act, and you're like, what the dude. Yeah. And he's like the guy that'll break the most.
Oh, yeah?
And I think it's to keep things light, and also he just thinks, like, he's such a good, such a giver that he wants you to know that he thinks it's funny. So
yeah, he gave me a cock light, a little light that can do cocks with it.
That's sick.
Oh, it was great.
You need that, honestly.
He had like a little wiener laser or whatever. It was like, how they have that light you can shine on somebody at somebody who's giving a conference or whatever,
like a laser pointer.
Yeah, and you shine it on him, and then
circle his dick with it.
Social Security comes up and rescues him or whatever, so they don't get shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Secret Service. I don't think Social Security is right.
Sorry. Yeah, actually, Social Security, apparently, Trump's taking it out of business or whatever.
Yeah, it's nowhere to be found. So,
yeah, dude.
It's just going to be your grandma being like, what? I need this to survive. Here's a cock light instead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Social Security is going to send you a gift each month.
Yeah. Like, hey, we don't have money anymore. They took that, but here's a cock light.
Those days are over, but yeah.
I mean, maybe for some people, worth it.
What about this labia night light we're going to give you, though? Yeah. Yeah, this was it. It projects 5 different dicks. And I didn't know that. He didn't take me through all the cocks. He showed me that one.
Well, have you, I feel like this is something that you need to spend some time with. Yeah, I feel like you got to dust that one off and
I brought
it a little bit.
I brought it to Las Vegas with me this weekend, and I was even using it during some of the fights. I would low key, people didn't know it.
Oh, that's fun.
But there were some of the fights going on, and I'd flash a cock on somebody.
Which is
crazy.
I'm sure you get weird gifts like this all the time. I get weird shit constantly, like where they want you to talk about it on your podcast, or they, what I'm saying. I just got this gift. It was like offensive. There was this dildo company or something, like a sex toy company, and they sent me one that it's to fit over your dick so you have a bigger dick. It was called the Little More, and you strap it onto your dick so your dick is bigger. And I'm like, why was I singled out as the guy?
A little more.
Yeah, I think, is this it? Maybe yeah, it's you strap it on, you put it under your nuts through a little hole.
Oh, you put your nuts into it as well?
Yeah, underneath so it can stay on.
Oh, I see. So you kind of put your nuts through a hole and then it stays on top?
And then it stays on top.
So do you even need to use your own?
Not that I've tried it on. Not that I know everything about it.
Yeah. And is it a 41 regular? What size is it? That's the only thing I'm asking.
It's a 42 short. It's stocky, like me, just a short, stocky little. Yeah, that's exactly. It was amazing. I like a little more, 5.5 inches. That's so sad, dude. If that's your little more.
Hey, look.
Hey, I guess that person would really need it. Like
That's kind of the smart car of cocks, dude.
Totally. That's something that your wife or girlfriend gives you. I like that one's sold out.
I know, yeah.
That one's sold out. They ran out of those. They're like, that means you have to have like a 4-inch dick to then.
And you want to rock up to 5.5. Yeah, for like your wedding or whatever.
Yeah, for a big event.
I wonder if I would like, I guess it's kind of nice because then your wiener could not even have to be erect. You can kind of be soft as long as you're able to fit the mold and just rock this thing.
Yeah, that's good if you're like, you're a little jet lagged. You're a little tired.
Oh, yeah, I've been jet lagged for 20 years then.
Yeah, so, and then, you're like, you don't really want to give it up, but then,
But still,
these women crawling all over, oh my God, it's exhausting.
Oh, you got to smash them just to keep them off the ceiling fan,
geez, For real, I know exactly what you mean. No, dude, I'm married. I have a 1-year-old baby. My wife is like, please stop touching me. For 18 more years, do not touch me. There we are.
Oh,
there we are. We're a
you
beautiful
go,
family.
huh?
We're a beautiful family.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
that must be nice to have a beautiful family.
It is.
Is that a real picture?
That's that's our living room. Yeah.
Y'all have a boat?
Yeah, dude.
You're lying.
Got a boat, dude.
Oh my God.
That's what happens when you have stiff person syndrome. You're like, you know what? I'm basically a retiree now. Now I just stretch. I do like yoga in my backyard, and then I take boats out.
They just tie you to the front, like in that. What about Bob?
Yeah, yeah. I'm exactly like that.
Your character in congratulations too on your family.
Thanks, dude.
How soon after a wife has one child do they want to? Isn't there a strategy there that starts to come in? Like, do we have another one immediately? Do we hold off?
Yes,
because you don't want to have an only child. I don't think
we don't. We want a 2-banger, the 1-2 punch, and I think we want to try to go fairly soon. Just to pound it out.
Yeah, keep. I
feel
things
once
going.
You're used to doing diapers, I'm like, let's keep this thing rolling. I know how to do whip. I know how to do this quick. Like, you don't want to get out of the diaper phase and then suddenly you're like, oh fuck, I gotta do this again.
You have to dust them off or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, like, how do I even?
Yeah. What are we doing?
What are we doing here, dude?
Yeah. I guess that's true. Knock them all out. We just had Candace Owens on, and she has had 4 kids in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's on her 4th child right now.
That's a lot
per year. So it's just like,
oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, at that point, you're kind of running a distillery. It seems like.
Yeah, that's too much. I feel like it finally got to the point that like my wife is allowing me to touch her a little bit,
right?
Like sometimes. So then I know if like we run it back and have another kid, then it's off the table for another year.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that sucks.
But it kind of fits with your Gemstones character. Your Gemstones character is now fully a homosexual male, right?
That is right.
And what's that been like? What's that journey been like? How did you
My wife doesn't love it.
Okay.
She's not super attracted to that
guy.
That guy. Yeah, it was it kind of seemed like it was going that way. And it was really fun to play like a character that had like a secret, little secret that I didn't want to divulge. Mm-hmm. So it was nice this season. I'm out. I'm proud, and I could just like be, because I don't know about you, but I have like some gay family members, and when they finally came out, it was like they had a new lease on life. They just seemed happier. They like a new personality emerged from their cocoon. They broke out of the hetero shell, and now they can just be gay.
Yeah.
And so it was super fun to play that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you have to like channel any specialty or special gay folks, or do you call a gay that you or a gay person? Did you contact some other gay people? Did you take like a small like a weekend retreat or something? Is there any?
No, I didn't. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of gay
like channeling.
It was mostly just acting.
Okay,
I didn't go on any gay retreats Not that I'm opposed to it.
No,
but
I'm just wondering, do you have to ask is there like a, because like sometimes with some black stuff, if you want to use any word, you have to get a pass. You would, but
you really need a lot of cosigners on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like a lot. There'd have to be like a long list. It was like all these people said I could say it. Yeah.
But anyway, I was just wondering, do you have to get a gay pass from an acting guild or anything to play?
No, I think I just did it. I hope I don't get in trouble.
You're rogue,
dude. Yeah. Fuck. Now that you're kind of airing it out, I'm a little bit like, did I do them dirty? But I don't think so. I I have some gay friends, and they were like, "It's great. It's fantastic."
Yeah.
Because I think I walked the line of being a little flamboyant in moments, but then not in other moments as a gay man.
And as your character, let's bring his character up too here, just so we can get a gander at him as well.
I also have been pulling some looks the last couple of years, dude.
For sure.
My fashions are on point.
Yeah, I think it was not shocking, I don't think, to people that your character could have this going on.
Yeah.
Because there's always a surprise gay person in a lot of religious families.
Absolutely.
And look at this.
Look at that guy. Look at that sex pot.
I mean, that guy could be 7 or 41.
That's exactly how old I am.
And this guy's been fucking... This is unbelievable that this even exists. Really.
Yeah, dude. I know. It was such a fun character to play. You know where I channeled the character was a lot of wrist work. Like I just do because when you're acting, for me, if I'm not playing like Adam DeMamp from Workaholics was pretty similar to myself, just the more manic version of myself, you know. So I didn't have to do a lot. But other characters where I'm like, he's different than me. I have to find something where I can click in physically. I found like just doing different things with my hands, I would be able to channel him in ways that that isn't me. You know?
I can totally relate to that. Like sometimes when you go to costumes for a part and you'll try on different ones and then you'll put on like a certain outfit or something that they have you in and you're like, oh, this is kind of it. And you start to feel a little bit different, or you'll like kind of like if you walk
you hold
around
yourself a little differently, you strut around a little differently.
Yeah.
For me, it was on Gemstones. They gave me these. Well, I actually requested them. You know, like certain people will wear glasses even though they don't have anything wrong with their eyes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's like a fashion thing, and so you put them on and just
Look
to
at
like.
these. I'll even do it right now.
Well, those are sunglasses. You just look cool.
Oh, you're saying
This is
just any type of glasses?
Just like a regular glasses, but
okay. So,
no sun.
Window glasses.
Regular window glasses, and you put them on.
Yeah.
Just for like a fashion sake.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. So that to me, when I put that on, I like became a different character.
Yeah.
I was like doing a little bit of a thing.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's how I morphed into Kelvin Jamstone.
Well, there's a lot of gay activity in nature as well. You know, if they
back to nature, dude.
Well,
By the stream, they're either killing each other or they're fucksing.
Bring up that they just had 2 humpback whales, if you can find that, having sex, and they're both males. So this
shit.
So I'm just saying, Gemstones
Inspired them.
Is not the only people that are finding themselves.
Yeah.
Right? 2 male humpback whales are seen mating off the coast of Hawaii, of course.
Yeah. Obviously.
Oh, dude, I'm in Hawaii. I'll fuck anything.
Yeah.
When biologist Stephanie Stack first saw the photographs of 2 humpback whales mating in the warm waters of Hawaii, she says her mind was completely blown. When I realized that it was 2 males, it was not what I was expecting. I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Says this is the first, she's a biologist at the Pacific Whale Foundation in Maui, which sounds like a something that Doge is going to bust soon. Says this is the first time humpback whale sex has been documented. She co-authored a paper about the rare sighting in the journal Marine Mammal Science.
Yeah, Elon's going to be like, so we've given $2 billion for gay whale porn?
And we only have one photo.
Yeah, one photo to if they had a lot of films that could make money on Pornhub, then we'd keep it going. But we got one pic.
We got one.
It's not
JPEG.
worth it.
You can't even open up an OnlyFans.
Yeah, that sucks,
that's
dude.
ridiculous.
You know, there's an OnlyFans. I just saw this morning. One of the girls on Harry Potter started an OnlyFans.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I mean, I
Wow.
don't know her. I don't know.
Potter's got less hair on it. That's all I'm saying, dude. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly, and these are rumors.
I don't remember the girl's name. It
Yeah.
wasn't Hermione. It wasn't the number one stunner.
Oh,
But
Jesse Cave.
Jesse Cave.
Hermione.
Jesse Cave.
Harry Potter star Jessie Cave says she's now on OnlyFans now, and her reason why is pretty understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable. I think she said she wanted a new roof or something. Like she was gonna do some home remods.
Oh yeah, that's
Which, by the way, I've done some home remods. It's expensive, dude.
it's 50 racks for a roof. It's probably 30 racks for a roof, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, dude. No, I just did it. It's 80.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
80 for
80
a
for
roof?
my roof. Yeah.
How strong is it?
It's I guess a really strong one.
Oh.
There's what do they call those clay shells? What do they
Or
call
were that
those?
Three Little Pigs roofers? We used to have that group.
Oh, I don't know.
In our town.
We didn't get that. I wonder if I could start an OnlyFans just showing off my calves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I only got 4 toes.
Nuh-uh.
Fell off in the bathtub, homie.
After the accident?
After the accident.
My
Yeah.
dad was missing a nut or something. One of his
Yeah.
little arms or finger.
Finger, they call it. Little
Hand arms?
Yeah, hand arms.
Dude,
yeah,
I
it
got
fell off.
I got hit by a Trans Am when I was a kid. Not to the effect of you.
With Trans Am, was that have the Firebird on it?
It was silver Trans Am. Bring it up. Silver Trans Am 19. I would say probably 85. Put up an 85 Trans Am. It had aftermarket.
Well, that's kind of sick. That's a cool car to get hit by.
It had an aftermarket hood on it.
And Joe Dirt was driving it, and that's why you were like, I've got to work with Spade.
I got slammed right
This
into
is
the Joe
sick,
Dirt.
dude. I wouldn't mind owning that car.
That bitch was tough.
Yeah, that's a sick car to get hit by.
But you have a cool old car, don't you?
No, I used to have. I mean, not even old. It was like I just didn't buy a new one. I used to have a Camaro.
Oh yeah, that's what you had.
Yeah, I had but it was like 2010. Yeah, there's my foot. There's my foot. That's my foot.
God,
Dude.
and it's darker, huh?
Yeah, I think it was just the lighting. It's pretty normal looking. I mean, normal for my legs.
It looks fast.
Yeah, it looks like those toes can grab something. Like I can reach out, like you throw me a ball and I go,
Yeah.
just snag it out of the air. But they can't catch things. They're just regular toes. It fell out. It fell off. I've told this on my podcast, but it fell off in the bathtub when I was masturbating for one of the first times in my life.
You're lying.
7th grade, I was masturbating. I just learned that my penis did tricks, and I was playing with it, and
God,
it
baby.
fell off in the bathtub, dude.
Baby girl, why?
Yeah.
And what? I don't understand. How did it? Were you taking blood flow from that area into your wiener? Like, what was happening?
It was hanging on by a thread, and they said that it was either going to grow, like attach, and it was gonna be fine, or more than likely it was so charred,
Just
it was
fucking
just gonna
lifeboat.
it was just gonna flop off.
Oh.
And it was, I mean, this is gross, but it was maybe one of the first times I ejaculated, and I'm in this bathtub, and I'm like, oh, this is gross. There's stuff in here. And now I'm in this bathtub, and then I see
the toe go
the
by.
little toe just floating in the glunk.
No.
Yeah.
And did they meet up?
They were swimming together. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Why?
Kind of a nasty
You
dude.
would think that it would be able to help it.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just like
There's enough
regrows.
DNA in
Yeah,
there?
all of a sudden it grows a toenail. And then all of a sudden it's like it turns beautiful pink, and I just reattach it. Click, click. I screamed out, and then my mom came in and was like, "Oh, what?" And I'm like, "My toe." And then she's trying to fish the toe out, and I'm like, "Get out of here! Get out!" It was wild, dude. Yeah.
Did you tell now your mom knows what happened. Have you masturbated since then or no?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I'm not afraid to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
think
it.
it's
dude.
normal.
I like it.
I don't like it. That I used to like it, and now I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I understand that, and I get that, and that's how a normal man should be. But I'm like, when I'm away, like wife and kid at home now, if I'm on the road doing something, I'm like, daddy's alone.
Yeah.
You know, some
Have
sweet
some
treats.
Time for some hand magic.
They
huh?
stopped giving lotion in hotels. A lot of hotels, they don't have the lotion nearby.
Really? They used to have a small free thing of lotion.
They used to always have the lotion. The last few hotels I've been in, nice hotels, they don't have the lotion. I think too many people were jerking off. They were like trying to cut the jerk off numbers. They're trying to knock those down.
I wonder if there's a shortage or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure
It's probably Doge.
Yeah.
They're like, what do we do? We're spending all this money on lotion? Like,
No more.
we spent $4 billion on lotion? How do we subsidize lotion, dude?
Man, the mainstream media is a big machine. I believe that's conclusive. There's no more debating that. They shape stories, they hide parts. So we're never really seeing the whole picture. Before you know it, you're stuck in this echo chamber, just getting one side of the story over and over. That's how the algorithms work. That's why I like ground news. It lets you see how different news outlets cover the same story, left, right, center. You compare it all in one spot and think for yourself. For example, there's this article right here on Ground News that says, White House narrows April 2nd tariffs. Then you can go to another set. All the headlines are right there, and you can see all the headlines from the different news sites all on the same page. I don't think we've had something like this where you can shop for your news and look at basically the nutrition facts of it and see, well, which site is giving me the real thing, which site has the most bias in it. You can compare the same headlines, the same articles from one site to the next, all in one spot. Expand your view of the news. Go to groundnews.com/Theo. That's groundnews.com/THEO to get 40% off the Vantage plan and get access to the mobile app, website, and exclusive newsletters. One more time, that's groundnews.com/THEO. You have to go check this out. I've never seen anything like it, actually. I think it's kind of what we've all been wanting. You all know I like to keep things cool, even in the winter, and nothing's cooler than a Blue Cube cold plunge. I'm fortunate enough to have one at home, and let me tell you, it's like baptizing your soul, baby, getting that little crispy bucket, baby. It gets rid of them demons we all have and makes you feel great for 7 or 8 hours afterwards. It's good. My buddy Thomas Schiffer, the genius behind Blue Cube, and I go way back. And he just launched a pre-sale for their new stand-up cold plunges. Wow. These things are the Cadillacs of cold plunge therapy. American-made, full immersion, weatherproof frames, and built like a Sherman tank. I'll say this, they are built well. And because you're listening to me, you can get a sweet discount when you mention my name. That's right. Just tell them Theo sent you, and they'll knock a good bit off the price. So if you're ready to boost your metabolism, eliminate inflation, and blast away your anxiety, give them a call. Head over to their website, bluecubebaths.com, and dive into the details. Opt in on their website or give them a call. I am grateful for the one that I have, and I feel honestly thankful to be able to have one. I know they're not in everybody's price range, and that's understandable. But at the same time, I want to support my friend and his amazing company. Is pornography causing a problem in your life? Do you find yourself watching porno for longer periods of time and having trouble stopping? Is porn affecting your relationship or dating life? Well, you're certainly not alone. Watching pornography has become so commonplace today, and oftentimes men use porn to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. Shame and stigma prevent men from talking about these issues and getting help for them. I want to introduce you to my friend Steve. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery, a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. Steve is a long-term sexual recovery member and has personally overcome the emotional and spiritual despair of abusing pornography and has dedicated his life to empowering men to do the same. Steve is an amazing person, and he is a close friend of mine. I mean that. Valor Recovery helps men to develop the tools necessary to have a healthier sex life. Their coaches are in long-term recovery and will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend these problematic behaviors. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at www.valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. Thank you. Dude, some of the things Doge busted were insane, though.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah, one of them was like $2 million to eliminate some of the alphabet from like Mozambique or whatever. It was like, what?
Isn't Doge a meme coin?
I thought it was.
So it's funny that it's also like we're going with this for the name. Like whoever owns the Doge coin is probably kind of stoked that they're getting all this free pub.
It's free publicity for sure.
Yeah.
Because they just started advertising it.
Yeah, for
all those
like,
things hit
something's
rock
on fire,
bottom.
dude.
You know what? I will say this because they need different types of because your Gemstone character, his job is he's a youth pastor.
Yeah. Well, now I think he's just he runs like a sect of the church called Prism.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very inclusive. So like if you're gay or non-binary or whatever, someone who's been othered by society,
Mm-hmm.
you now can join Prism and God's light will shine through me and I shoot the rainbow onto you. Ooh, baby.
I love that. We need that. We need, like when I was younger, there's only like a couple types of gay guys kind of. There was like, or it just seemed like there was.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need more like, you need more.
There's all different types.
Yeah.
There's all different types now. I understand what you're saying. Like when you're a kid, what you see on like movies and stuff, there's only like
Like a secret
Like-
gay guy.
yeah,
Like,
there's a secret, like don't tell, and then like a gay guy who's so straight,
Like, tell,
that you're like,
tell.
he's not gay, and then the most flamboyant man alive,
Yeah. And then a woodpecker.
and then a woodpecker, yes.
Yeah. Or, a guy would just come to, a guy was like
it was just
waking people up.
will not shut up about how gay they are.
Yeah. Who keeps just talking
scream.
about Jessica Simpson all the time.
I mean, if you were to pick, that would maybe the last pop star that I was going to think you're going to pull out of the crate. But I mean,
now
for
there's
sure.
like gay construction workers. There's gay like people that are archers.
Yeah, I think there always kind of was.
But now it's just more
you
popular.
know. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now it's known.
And now you can even in church have a gay section of church, right?
You apparently, according to the Righteous Gemstones, I don't know if other churches are doing this.
I think
but
they should. They should allow if there's just or maybe they don't have to make it exclusive or include. Just make it, but
I don't even think you need a section.
right. That's it.
Yeah.
But now there's more like there's just more gay people everywhere now. And more common. I like to see even more. Like I would love to see gay train conductor or
That's what my dad was.
really?
Yeah, he was a train conductor.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm sick of is you watch a movie. It's
I
like
wonder if he hit my friend, dude.
I mean, now that you say it, it rings a bell for me. He didn't hit your friend, but he did. He has murdered people.
Really?
Yeah,
With a train?
with a train.
Unreal.
With a train. Yeah, he would say that you go. He was like, it's so gross, obviously. And my dad's so funny. He's like, yeah, tell you what. I'm like a little kid. He's told me this story. He's like, hit a hobo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, is he alive? I'm a little kid, so I'm like, is he alive? And he's like, no. Looked underneath the train. I'm like, geez, looks like ground beef. I was like, we could grill up some burgers with this bum. And I'm like, geez, chill, dude. This is a human being.
Who wants a bum on a bun?
Yeah. Yeah. So so he's murdered.
Bum
folks.
fights? How about bum with fries, huh?
like
what?
that, dude.
I can't believe
a
that.
happy meal, a very unhappy meal.
Where was he? And what district was he hitting people in, or what section of the country did he even?
I think this was Iowa, Nebraska zones. Yeah, so that's a good area to if you know. I feel like bums be passing out on train tracks there. That if you were to think of like a classic bums be sleeping on train tracks, that you think of that area.
That's the realm.
Country. Yeah.
Why do people? It amazes me that people get hit on train tracks. It's like that's the only place you can be 5 feet away from there.
Just don't fall asleep there. Like, why there?
I don't know. I wonder if it's warm. Maybe the tracks they conduct some warmth because the trains go up and down them.
Maybe. I would just also maybe 15 feet away.
Right.
Right. And and cover yourself up. You know how there's usually rocks along the side? Just cover yourself up with the rocks.
Yeah.
Off to the side.
Right.
That
Stay
seems
warm.
That seems
I
warm.
agree.
Yeah.
Look at this warm guy under these rocks, huh?
Yeah, dude. Do you think you would be a good homeless person?
Let me think for a second. I think you get the hang of it quick. I think I would commandeer an area of a park. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I would find a park, stay in it for a couple of days, and see like an area where nobody really goes.
See, that's the hard part because in LA, there's people everywhere. You gotta go. And maybe some of these fires were. I mean, I don't know. I'm not pointing blame, but like it would make sense. I know if I was a homeless guy,
yeah.
I'd be up in them hills, man. I'd be up in them hills. I'd be covered in like coyote skins.
Yeah.
Because I've gone on some hunts.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have a little bonfire and you're just roasting coyotes and stuff for food.
Yotes,
right?
they call them.
Roasting
yotes. Yeah,
roasting some yotes. And then you maybe have your own little like barbecue stand, but only for other homeless people. And they're like, oh shit, I got to roll up in them hills, get some yotes, get a yotes burger.
Ron's slinging yotes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ron's got a fresh batch of yote on the grill.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I think I'd be doing.
So you'd be high end homeless then, because you're.
Well, I think if you're gonna be homeless, you want to be high end.
But they're gonna call the police immediately. Poor people would just be like, oh, that's gonna be me in a week. But rich people are like, get this guy.
Yeah, get this guy out of here. But you have to be so up in the hills they don't even know you're there.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
You're killing yotes, so you're like doing a service. Like rich people don't want yotes around because they kill the dog. They kill like little dogs and stuff.
You could tell them straight up, hey, I'm gonna be back behind your house. I'll live back there. Every now and then, if you have some used Burberry or whatever, throw it back there.
I think that's how you have to do it because you don't want anyone. No one wants just someone living right behind their house. And they don't know the guy. Like you want to be like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I'm Theo. I'm going to be living directly behind your house. I'm going to be on the lookout for yotes.
Yep. I'll be calm. I'll be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fend off woodpeckers. You'll sleep.
If you got like a dirty blanket or something that you don't want anymore, toss my way.
Bag of limes or something.
But I'm not asking for anything.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
be out
asking.
here.
I'm just out here.
Yeah.
I'm protecting your home.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If you hear somebody singing Jewel once in a while, that's me.
Yes. Just singing these foolish games. And also that's a beautiful song. So they might.
Yeah, I think there is a way to live symbiotically with homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem is in some districts, homeless people start to battle against each other.
Yeah.
Homeless territory. Can you bring up some of that?
You don't like that?
Territorial fights.
Oh yeah, there's straight wars, dude.
Well, there's a lot of that. And there was a group of homeless people that attacked a Renaissance fair one weekend.
Really?
I guess
you couldn't tell who's who. You don't know who's fighting who. You're like either he's Renaissance guy or he's homeless. I know he's covered in fur and eating a turkey leg, but that's either a turkey leg or a yote leg. I'm not sure which one it is.
The yotes are thick, homie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got some thick yotes in them hills.
Let's go to this Quora right there. It says the top one. It says, do homeless people ever get territorial?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Most hobos have a campsite. Tread softly. They know their area extremely well. And I've seen a couple of really
interesting alert systems.
Systems. I've heard of some being booby-trapped, but
Yeah.
never encountered that myself.
Okay. And I like that on this forum, we're bringing back the word hobo because I don't think hobo is a derogatory term. In fact, if I was homeless, you know how now you have to say there's like a new term for homeless? It's called like unhoused. Unhoused, I think.
Right.
I think hobo's better. Hobo's like a fun, like you think you have a stick and a knapsack, you're riding the rails. It's like a more fun term. I personally.
Who's got a tangerine for Danny?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit. Yeah. Oh God, being a hobo. My buddy rode on trains. He jumped train cars for a little while.
I think that'd be fun to do.
He said one of the problems is though, this is one of the big mistakes that hobos make. Because are hobos technically people that ride the trains? Is that who it is?
That rings a bell.
Bring up hobos. How do they travel mostly?
My dad said that part of his job was to walk up and down the trains and kick them out. And my dad was like, I'd let him sleep. Oh, that's a good man.
It's just crazy. Dennis? Your dad, what's up, Dennis? That your dad hit people with trains and then you got hit by something.
Yeah.
A hobo is a migrant worker in the United States. Hobos, tramps, and bums are generally regarded as related, but distinct. A hobo travels and is willing to work. A tramp travels, but avoids work if possible. A bum neither travels nor works.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but yeah, bums, that kind of, you don't want to be called a bum. If they call you a bum, you're like offended. I don't travel. I don't work. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
A hobo's like, hey, I'm getting out there. I'm mixing it up. I'm willing to work.
Yeah.
I'm willing to work.
Willing to work.
I'll travel.
Yeah, will travel. But I think one of the things is a lot of them die in the train cars because they close the door and they don't realize that they can't unlock it from the inside.
Yes, and it gets super hot or super cold. Yeah, and also my dad says sometimes they're grain cars and you can climb up and then the grain is like open and you can climb in and then you sink into the grain.
No.
Yeah, so that they'll die that way too.
Took your coat off and stood in the grain.
I don't know that song. Was that something you just made up?
Crazy like that. It's just a little more Jewel.
Oh, dude. I wish I knew more Jewel. I wish I had a deeper knowledge of Jewel. You know, my house was just broken into the other day, dude.
What?
Yeah. My house was
the house we just saw the photo in with the baby and the boat in the yard?
Different house. I have a house in Hollywood. And they broke into my house in and out in under 8 minutes. Pros. Dude.
That's a long 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Bang.
Adam Devine, cops take a scary spill.
This is the second part of this story.
Okay.
So then they robbed my house and then they totally destroyed my security system. By the way, security system didn't do shit. They dismantled it like that.
Nuh-uh.
These guys are pros. They just came in, they cut some wires, it was done. And then they were gone. So I'm like, gotta redo my security system. So I pay for them to come and set up the whole thing again. And then the cops come because they didn't do it right. The alarm goes off. I'm out of town. So the cops come, they're checking the property. This poor cop falls 15 or so feet, like trying to check out my property, breaks his arm.
No.
Gun goes flying, baton goes in a bush. Yeah, dude.
Did they catch the guy?
It's a gnarly fall. No, so when the alarm goes off, there was no one there. I get a call and the cop's like, hey, do you mind if we walk through? Your door's unlocked. I'm like, oh, did I get robbed again for the second time in 2 weeks? And he's like, can I walk through your property? So I'm like, sure. He walks through. I don't get a call. And then my neighbor calls me and he's like, hey, is everything okay? He sends me a video of this. I'll show you later, of this cop absolutely eating shit.
Oh.
I felt so bad for him. Also, like, you don't want the cops to hate you. I'm like,
and did he fall off of something, off of a ledge or something?
yeah, so how they broke into my house was where they were checking. You can climb up the side of this hill to get in my bedroom, and they like smashed a window to get in. But the cops, when they put the window back in, my contractor didn't lock my door like a fucking bonehead, right? So
Like a hobo.
like a true hobo move, dude.
Yeah.
That's more of a tramp move.
Yeah,
That's more
that
of
is a tramp move,
That's
dude.
a tramp move.
Bum move almost.
Yeah, almost. I won't say that because that's too offensive to my contractor. But that was a tramp move, Greg.
God, why'd you do it?
Yeah, so
So the cop went what?
one cop went in the house, didn't find anyone lurking, and then the other cop, I guess he was being a nice dude. He was like, I got some mud on my shoes. I don't want to tramp through this guy's home. So he tries to climb back down, splat, falls 15 feet. He gets up, his arms kind of dangling like this. And the other cop is down there. He's like, are you okay? He doesn't say, you know, when you're in a lot of pain, you don't say a word. Like a lot of, like,
you make a sound that doesn't have any sound.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and so he didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, he's not feeling right.
Fuck.
Yeah, felt bad for the poor guy.
And did the burglars steal a lot of things that were important or no?
No, it was just like
TVs and shit.
not even. They were like in and out in 8 minutes. They stole like my wife's purses and stuff.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I didn't know how much purses were. I was a little offended that this woman has this many purses. I was like, oh, there's just a few purses. And then she told me how much purses cost. I'm like, gotta stop buying purses, lady.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're not gonna have anything to put in the purses.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, the point of a purse is to hold the things that are important. but evidently the important thing is the outside. I didn't know that.
That's kind of crazy. It's kind of an anomaly for what life is like or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if anomaly is the right word, but that's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so it sucked. It's the second time that house has been robbed. I'm a little bummed. So
I wonder if that's just happening more in LA. Do you hear your neighbors and stuff talking about it or
yeah.
not?
So Blake in his neighborhood has been a lot of thieves in the midst as well. They're saying it's like gangs. Like gangs are coming in and they like know their shit. Because these guys took my internet down. They like had an internet blocker. So they pulled up, disconnected the internet.
So that way the alarms won't go off or anything.
Yeah, and so they the alarm would go off, but the like ring cameras went down. So like I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was robbed until my gardener was like cleaning and was gardening, and he was like, "Mr. Adam, I don't think there should be a hole in your window," but it was right after those big winds we had, the El Niños,
Oh,
the
God.
Santa Anas.
You've been through a lot.
And I was like, "Did a rock fly through the window?"
Yeah, what could have happened?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, what flew through? Did a mango? Did an orange fly through this window? Was it a run by fruitine? You know? But it wasn't. It was a criminal organization in my home. Yeah, dude.
I wonder if they're tracking people, knowing when people are out of town, if they're like, especially if they're actors and stuff, if they're working at certain times or just.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a brave move just to climb up somebody's balcony and see what's going on.
Dude, it was at 8:21 p.m. Like a time when people are out walking dogs and stuff. So yeah, they were.
Or would have been home. That's
Yeah,
how
it would have
people
been home. Yeah, just
Cheeto Vera just had somebody pull up on him. You see that video? He's a UFC fighter, and he was working in his truck. This is pretty crazy. Professional UFC fighter Cheeto Vera was working in his truck as a man with what appears to be a knife tried approaching him.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, first of all, you see this guy working on his truck. He's got neck tattoos.
Yeah, this dude pulls a knife out right here.
Oh,
look at that knife.
Crazy. Oh, he's so lucky he didn't get shot in the back. Like just like Murder Town, USA.
It shows you two UFC guys that they're ready. They think
also,
defense first.
Dude, he has a shotgun just laying on his front. Like that was so easily grabbable.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, you're ready.
You're ready. Those UFC guys are ready, dude. If you even fucking whisper to them wrong, you hit the wrong octave during a secret, and those guys will
Ready. They just all of a sudden they just got like throwing stars, just like think, 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 think.
Oh, they will remodel the way you breathe, dude. You have to really. You got to be careful around those guys. They're severe.
I feel like I couldn't. I mean, I own a gun. It's so tucked away.
If
I would
you
never
fire
get
it,
to
then
it.
you got to put both legs down. Put like this. If you don't know if it's really a strong kickback, have your wife lean against your back like this with her arm up.
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot to do.
Right, but you guys are prepared as a team then.
Yeah.
And you got to pop off. I think if somebody, I don't know. It's like if somebody came in your room, what would you do? Say you wake up, right? You think there's somebody in your room, Adam.
Yeah. I would like to think I'm ready to go.
Do you say
ready
something
to
first?
Rumble.
Good evening. What do you do?
Well, I was home. My alarm kept fucking up because when they redid it, they fucked up. So it would just go off, which is terrifying. And I'm up there staying by myself, and it was like 1 a.m. I'm like trying to go to sleep, and all of a sudden the alarm goes off.
After the burglary in your house.
After the burglary, and I go, hello.
Yeah.
I like lower. I like lower. I lower my voice. I'm like, sound not like me. I sound a little I mean, it's so I'm like, hello. I've got a gun. And I'm like, I don't have a gun.
You sound like Peter Griffin, dude.
Yeah, I do. I've got a gun.
Hey, Lois.
Yeah, I sound like a guy who didn't make it on The Sopranos. Like he auditioned, but did not get cast.
I've got a gun.
I've got a gun. Oh, I'm doing a bad dice.
Hey, watch out.
Oh, I got a gun. I'll shoot ya.
The bird. You start playing that video from Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
The burglars,
you dirty animals.
Keep the change. They're laughing so hard in the other room. The burglars.
They're still stealing all my shit. Just like this guy's good,
This
man.
guy's the best.
Yeah, I like.
We
got to
steal from here more often. Will you keep a home? God, you've had a life riddled with things, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
dude.
realize that.
I'm riddled.
You've had a lot of riddling going on. Will you keep a home in Charleston? Are you glad to be gone from Charleston?
I'm gonna miss Charleston. I wish I
You
would
are.
have bought a place there just so I had more of a reason to go back all the time. But and also not a lot of crime there, so I probably would have been safe. Yeah, have you been? Have you spent any time in Charleston?
I lived in Charleston for a while.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I hitchhiked up there to chase a girl that I was in love with that I almost had didn't have to get a cease and restraining or whatever, but it got close to just loitering late at night.
Okay. That's okay. There's a little rear window situation.
We've all been through some things, right? It was college time.
You were practicing for an upcoming role of a stalker. What? I was just. I'm an actor. I'm researching a role.
They're like, we haven't seen you in any roles.
Yes, I know I'm only 17 and I've never acted in anything, nor do I have a career.
How do you expect me to get a role?
Yeah, I've got to practice.
But that was I love it there. I mean, it's amazing. Danny McBride said that you and Tony would go and work out a lot over there. Was that a real thing?
Yeah, we were. Well, he's like a fucking true athlete. He's got like a real jawline. Mine like ebbs and flows. Yeah, look, he's all jacked. Look at that guy. He's real jacked and juicy. I'm less jacked and less juicy, but I do. What's weird is we would work out together all the time, and his body morphed into that, and I look like how I look like, like a regular guy.
Yeah, like a guy. Yeah,
like it's just a guy you see, and you're like, I bet he eats cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I hope that guy's okay.
Yeah, with me.
I think people are like, yeah, I hope that guy's,
like you think I look like I'm not okay?
No, I think you seem like
oh, I hope that guy's okay.
I'm trying to think of a job that I would see. Say if I saw you, mailman, son of mailman, proud son of a mailman who's trying to make his father proud. Mail boy.
I like that.
Mail boy.
And I'm not offended.
Yeah.
I'm not offended by that.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Appreciate
I think
that.
that's a fair assessment of what I look like. Yeah, I think I look like where you're like, maybe that guy works out. My neighbor hilariously saw me. She's like she's the daughter of the people that live next door to me. And was like 22. And she saw me working out in my garage. Sometimes I work out in my garage and I have my shirt off. And she stopped and she goes, oh, hey. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And she goes, wow, I didn't know you worked out. Offended, dude. That's an offensive thing to say to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do.
Yeah. It's like if you show somebody your wiener, like a chick your wiener,
Yeah.
and like, I didn't know you'd have a wiener.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's fairly obvious that I would have one of those. Yeah.
Then I need to get some different clothes,
Yeah.
I think, or some gel.
Spruce up. Yeah.
I need to spruce up.
Grow the facial hair
Or
out a little
spruce
bit.
down.
Yeah.
Dude, can you believe that mail is still a thing? Getting mail. Can you believe that right now, as we talk, sometime today, a grown man or grown woman
that looks like me,
That
just
look-
trying to make my father proud.
that looks
Yeah.
like you is
I
going
like
to
that's what I'm making my father proud. He's like, he's gonna see me delivering this mail, and he's gonna look at me and be like, look at this bright shooting star. He's gonna see me as Danny McBride at that party, walking through the cloud of smoke. You're a bright shooting star as I'm just sliding some mail through a slot.
Yeah, but can you believe somebody's going to do that today? Instead of just emailing us and telling us what they need to tell us, somebody's going to drive over to our house.
Yeah, it's wild.
Walk up there, risk getting attacked by a dog because that's all they do all day is battle dogs.
Dogs hate mailmen.
Battle
It's
dogs,
wild.
battle senior citizens, and gangs that are like, fuck mail.
Yeah, they're like, give me that fucking mail.
Yeah.
By the way, there's never anything good in mail. It's either like a ticket. It's like, oh, I got to pay this thing.
Yeah.
Like they finally tracked me down.
Or a coupon.
Or just a coupon for a place you never want to go to.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you want a car detail? Drive 2.5 hours to this place and I'll give you $15 off. You're like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Is that worth it? I feel like the gas is going to offset the discounts, but...
And there's even a lot of the things now. It's like, are you interested in foster care? It's just like it used to just be like discounts on avocados and stuff. But now it's like the mail has gotten really, really crazy, man. It's gotten pretty rogue, I feel like.
Yeah, for me, it's all just like, hey, do you want to buy your neighbor's house?
Yeah.
Because it's all just like people going like, here's a house in your neighborhood that you can buy. And I'm like, I already live in my neighborhood. I'm not trying to move 3 houses down. I already live in this neighborhood, dude. Quit fucking telling me about a house that's nearby.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so true. It's like if I'm living in a house, you would think you wouldn't come advertise to me to buy a house.
Next door.
Yeah.
Or like maybe go like, hey, do you want to live somewhere cooler than like if it's kind of a whatever neighborhood?
Yeah.
And you're like, you want to live in like a slightly better neighborhood?
I'll think about it.
Yeah. But it's like literally my neighborhood.
You've done some fun things, man. You got to do some wrestling recently. Is that right?
Oh, do you see that, dude?
Yeah. Bring it up.
Yeah, dude. I did some fucking choke slam.
You
AEW.
did a great job. I know.
Yeah.
I saw that right there.
AEW.
Righteous Gemstone star Adam Devine hits up AEW.
Yeah,
Wow.
look,
What
look
was
at this.
like?
Is this a stiff person? I don't think so, Jack. Is that a stiff person?
Look at
Those
the
jeans are
quads and
hanging on.
ass.
Yeah. Those jeans are hanging on by a thread right there. Oh, butt cheeks. Kaboom! Woo! Flexing with all my might. Flexing with all my might.
You'd have been a good wrestler, man.
Thank you for saying that, dude. Or a mailman.
Look at this, dude. Now you guys all kind of look like Tony right there. I feel like you all giving a lot of Tony Cavallero energy right there.
Yeah. Oh,
I got to
thank
get
you.
Tony in here soon.
Yeah, get him in here. He's a good guy.
He's one of a kind, man.
Yeah.
He
fun
checks
hang.
in on me not all, but every couple of months he'll check in and just say, hey,
What a sweetheart.
you know,
He's just sweet man. Do you know him?
I know him pretty decently. Yeah.
Good.
I do know him. I really, he's an exceptional guy.
Mm-hmm.
He has a way of always staying positive, it seems like.
He's one of those guys that it's nice I collect those guys like as my friends. I like to have some people that just hype you up, you know, because Adam Ray is like that as well. And Adam used to open up for me on the road all the time, and it was nice when you're on the road to have someone, you know, you're kind of like, oh man, we got to travel again today, yada yada. To just have someone be like, how great is this?
Right.
How sick is this theater? Like,
Yes.
like
you need somebody to be the positive if
just
you're overwhelmed.
hype you up, and you're like, yeah, it is sick. Look at us go. Get
Yeah.
in here, buddy.
Yeah, I got guy like Amir K comes with me.
Oh yeah, dude. Amir's a positive guy.
Lee Kimbrell, he comes through. The Kentucky Nightmare, I think is his nickname or something. Kentucky Wolfcat or something, but he comes through, and they're both have good energy, just positive. They're like, let's go do something. And I do too, but it's like, I just get like,
I feel like we're pretty positive guys.
you just
dude.
got to get ready for the show though. It's like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like I spend a lot of my time taking care of myself, like you're saying.
stretching.
Stretching, I'll get into town. It's like, stretching, get into ice bath, trying to work out, get into
You
IV.
fucks with a cold plunge?
All of it.
Dude, me too.
I was in it
like
last night.
I like a cold plunge.
It's so nice.
What you keep your cold plunge at?
Me, I keep it right at about 54.
Ooh.
But I'll do 10 minutes in there.
10 minutes. I keep it at 40, and I'll do 3 to 5.
Ooh, 40 is
Yeah.
baby, that's cold.
That's ice cold. And
I really can't stay. It's cold outside.
Isn't that song just like about like rape or
They
something?
said it was
That's like-
allegedly about
yeah.
like
It's like-
tricking a girl into staying. Oh, that's
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, there I am.
That's
There
at
I
your
am.
house.
Yeah, it's at my house. Yeah, dude. Look
That's
at
a nice one, huh?
Yeah, Renew. They're great, dude.
They are?
Yeah, Renew cold plunges. They're pretty fantastic.
I got a blue cube one that I keep in my garage that they a friend of mine made, but they're both
Yeah, they're great. And cold plunging, it's the kind of thing though that I wish now that I have it, I do it less. I feel like I used to seek it out.
oh really?
Yeah, now that it's there, I'm like, I could get in it right now, or I'll get in it later. It'll be later.
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I should just crank the heat up on it because it's so cold. It's like you get it, like your joints are like.
Make it a hot bath in there, you think?
No, just make it 52 or whatever. You know?
Oh yeah, I like doing that for 10 minutes. That for me sets me in a good range, you know.
Isn't it weird that now we're like all about health and fitness, but it catch us 10 years ago and we were just like little scum buckets.
Oh,
Just
God.
out there. I know myself, I was just like gargling with vodka, just like.
Were you getting it in, huh?
Oh, dude, just going for it.
Do
just
you-
every night.
Were you drinking a lot?
I would drink a lot.
Wow, where were you drinking at?
Well, just like at the comedy club or whatever. Well, like back when I was, I mean, maybe not 10, maybe 10 years ago, but like that's when Workaholics was sort of peaking. So probably
yeah, you've
right.
been working for a long time.
Yeah, like anything Yeah, but anything like back when I was in the comedy clubs all the time, or like when you're on the road all the time, that's an easy place just because you're in a new place and you're like, well, let's go to the bar after the show or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys drink at AEW? Who'd you guys fight in AEW? Did you fight? Because I saw Big Justice out there.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at the Rizzler and I'm like, I might be able to take him, you know?
I saw him the other night.
Yeah, he's 9 years old. Rizzler's everywhere, dude. Oh, I think I offended these guys, Big Justice and because I said I didn't even take a bite of the cookie, and then I said, "Look at Big Justice's eyes," because he's upset because I gave it 3 booms without tasting it, and I guess you're supposed to give it 5 booms.
What? Who has time to do 5 booms?
They do. They have all the time to do the booms, dude. And I didn't know. This was at the Super Bowl. I might have been a few drinks deep.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, you're touching the back of a child.
Yeah,
so
I'm touching a child. Look at like my face is hanging a little bit.
Oh, dude, this looks like literally a Christmas card from Epstein's Island right here, dude. There is a brave Italian, which some people would say like kind of the Magellan of Costco. There's a Costco Magellan with a child,
with just his son, yeah.
That is his son.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
And then there's Adam Devine, who's had a couple of drinks.
Just
at
lurking.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, lurking, dude. Would you, if you were, I mean, real talk, if you didn't know Epstein was a creep and he invites you, he's just a cool billionaire that you met at a party, and you're not getting any weird vibes. He asks you, he's like, hey, I got this jet. You want to come to my island? You got nothing going on that week. You'd go to the island, right?
Yeah.
Me too. When people are like, check the logs, I'm like, not everybody, because even creeps got to take a day off. Like even you're not fucking the kids every day.
Yeah,
like,
if you're
that's
a
exhausting.
pervert, yeah, that's probably a seasonal or like
Yeah, it's a special event for
right,
them.
or it's like just when your dudes are there to party. It's like, but otherwise you have to also have like regular people come. Because here's the thing, you have to keep up the ruse that it's a regular place where people go to have fun.
That's what I think.
So that the guys who do go in perv or the females that do go in perv out there, because it could have been men and women that doing it. And I'm not talking about the young people.
We don't know.
But the adults, they need to be able to trick their spouses into believing that they go there.
And they're like,
for
you've
fun.
been there the one time.
Right.
You know it's a chill place. There's coconuts.
There's
coconuts and
trees.
trees.
Ukulele.
There's like that guy doing the ukulele. There's the fire dancers that come out and perform.
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
like there's like a lot of young kids whose parents aren't there starting a band or whatever.
Yeah, they're just starting a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just,
This is getting dark. Sorry.
There's a character. Yeah, there's like a guy just doing funny. Yeah, he's just doing little artworks where you're like makes your nose too big, something that kind of offends you, but you're like, it's funny, right? And everyone's like, it's really funny, and you're like, okay,
all right,
yeah, all right,
yeah.
I know. Right. I see that, and I'm like, I don't know about. I don't think all of them are creeps. Like for sure some are.
Well, we haven't got, dude. There's no way we're ever getting the real Epstein files. It's been redacted. It's being manipulated right now.
Well, it's because some of these politicians
are probably on it.
Yeah, they're on it, and they're like, and even whether they were the ones doing dastardly deeds or not, who knows? I don't know. But if your name is on it, like if your name was on it, you don't want it out, even if you didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. Even though you were just there sipping on a smoothie, you're just having a fun afternoon on this cool private island.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a ton of private islands.
Oh, dude,
I would like to go.
Yeah, I got invited to one time. I think it was LeVar
Burton.
Was it LeVar Burton?
Yeah, maybe he's a Reading Rainbow guy. He's got a private island.
Does he do the Virgin Airlines or whatever?
No, that's
LeVar Arrington, maybe? No.
That is not his name. It's not LeVar, even a little bit.
Richard Branson.
Yes, very much not LeVar. But yeah. Oh, you went there?
No, they were doing something. He has an island. There was something there, and they I somehow got invited.
Oh, sick.
It didn't seem like something that was for me. Maybe I don't know. It seemed like
okay. So maybe you wouldn't go to Epstein Island. Maybe I would be the one to get tricked.
But here's the thing. Say you're at Epstein Island and you notice things are weird. What do you then? You just stay on the tennis courts or whatever? Like, what would you do all weekend?
Yeah, you're just like, you call yourself the pickleball king. Yeah. And you're just always just over there trying to not see some
playing
shit.
Both sides.
Yeah. There's no one to hit to because everyone's like, this back dark room seems a lot of fun. God. Yeah, and also like the Diddy white parties. I'm glad I was never during that peak. Like I was talking with my boys. I was like, dude, if we threw out a different vibe in the workaholics days when it was doing his just peeking, and that we get the invite. Like, hey, do you want to go to the Diddy party? I'm going all white, everything.
Well,
right?
if Shamar Moore would have been one of the workaholics, or if you'd have had like more of a black cast member, or urban cast member, then you might, and say there's a
Eric
chance
Griffin
to get invited.
was more plugged in,
right?
to
Eric
the
Griffin
scene.
was a little bit more Griffin than Eric.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I
yes.
think. Then he
Then
could have been invited. And then
I
if
know,
you get
dude.
there, then what do you see? They just brought up Drewski in a thing. Did you see that?
I did, but he then came out. He's like, dude,
Said it had nothing to do with it.
It was like in 2018, I was living in my mom's basement. I'm like, yeah, that's probably true.
But it's just crazy. Why? But why even let that leak? You have to start thinking, if something gets leaked, why are they doing? Like, because it's all some manipulative tactic, you know?
Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, who knows? Obviously, there's victims and people were doing dastardly things.
But you never heard anything about that when you were.
No, I did. I just wasn't cool. Like I didn't get those invites. I for sure would have gone there and just like kicked it by the fucking shrimp
Nachos or
cocktail.
whatever, yes.
Yeah, I would, just,
I'd have been like,
just eating
ooh.
like they have like a seafood tower.
Yeah.
This is a Diddy party. There's like towers of seafood. So I'm just eating there eating crab legs, licking up the butter. They're like, someone's trying to tag me in to the orgy, just covered in oil.
You're like, no,
You do that
point
thing.
at your legs.
You're like, I
"Ah."
can't because of all the scars. I can't. Dick chopped off. Dick was lopped off in the accident. You do that thing where how breakdancers, they start to do the breakdance, but then they don't get going. That's what you do. You're like, oh shit, pulled a hammy, pulled a hammy right quick. I can't get in the orgy.
Yeah, dude. That's where I'd have been like in the vaping section on the side of the orgy. If they're like, oh, if somebody gets hurt, if a couple people get hurt, one of you guys are going.
You're deep on the bench.
It's like when they put in the water guy from like to make that 3-point shot, or they put in the Down syndrome guy to make the 6-pointer or whatever. They tell them it's a 6-pointer. That's what I would have been in.
You're real deep on the bench when you come, but then you hit that money shot. You're the hero. You're the hero of the whole party.
People go crazy.
Yeah.
Did you get to body slam Big Justice? Did you see the Rizzler? You fight him too?
I didn't fight the Rizzler. No. I didn't get to fight any of the children, which I was bummed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, someone needs to take these kids down, and I'm about their size, dude. I'm not
dude.
that. But no, I only choke slammed an adult male, so that kind of sucked. But
if you got the chance to remodel the fucking skeleton,
dude, I love this phrase, remodel them.
or one of these boom babies, dude.
Take them down. Yeah.
Did they
And then
boom in front of
who's
you?
got the boom now?
Right.
Who's got the boom now, bitch?
Did they steal the boom? Did they boom in front of you or not?
There's a lot of booming. They're booming all over. Anywhere they go,
No.
they're booming, dude. Have you not met the boom guys?
I met the Rizzler the other night at dinner. I saw him.
Oh, dude.
But dude, he was drinking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It was past 8:45. I'm like,
He's a wild man. Yeah, these kids are off the rails. But I like that it's a new generation of superstars. Oh, there you are at Craig's. A new generation of superstar children. Like this used to be like Corey Haim.
right. Oh, yeah. He's the Macaulay Culkin of our time.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what I said.
Yeah, exactly. But it seems like they're not going off the rails. We'll find out here in 15 years if he's going to have like a sad tale about his time.
Well, how does it end? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You have to look 10 years in the future.
Because he's a superstar, dude. He does this maneuver.
Yeah.
People go wild.
He was crazy, man.
It's his
Yeah, you're
look,
right.
someone already beat you to it. They knew exactly. The internet, undefeated, man.
Well,
you have a good idea. It's
done.
up there. They already did it.
It's done.
Yeah.
Was there a movie that you wanted that, like, well, yeah, the Rizzler, I mean, I'll tell you this. He definitely seemed like his grades were failing. Somebody's like, his grades suck. That's what I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Word at Craig's.
Yeah.
Yeah. People,
The word at-
people were passing around those pot pies they have at Craig's, and they're like, "Hey, before you take a bite of that, just know the Rizzler's
Rizzler's
grades
grades
fucking
fucking
suck, dude."
Dude, he had a little tattoo. It said, fuck social studies. on
Oh,
it.
damn,
I was like,
dude.
that's
That's rough.
crazy.
That's a wild tat to have at that age.
So obviously he's been going through a lot, you know? He said, he said these lips haven't seen a school lunch in 2 years. That's what he said. So obviously he's living high on the hog.
Dude, I don't even know. I thought he was mute because
Yeah.
all I've ever seen him do is, yeah. You got to. It's the shh.
He does too many things though, kind of.
I think it's just this, right? and he's showing his jawline. That's what's kind of cool about him is he doesn't have much of a jawline, but I like he's just like, I don't give a shit. I got the Riz, so come at me. It's like a good way to build up self-esteem, for children that are out there.
Some people are saying he's Young Gravy. He's the actual Young Gravy.
But Young Gravy was at the wrestling event too.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. The Young Gravy was at the Super Bowl where I was also hanging out with Big Justice. Oh. So they're running in the same circles, dude.
You guys have the same menstrual cycle or something.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But that's crazy. But here's the craziest part to me is that Big Justice isn't related to the Rizzler. So
I thought they were brothers, dude. I thought they were brothers. These are just two social media kids getting together, doing their social media things.
Dude, years from now there will be like these like baseball card signing things where it'll be like the Rizzler. You and me will be there.
That'd be sick.
Water baby or whatever, some baby that survived on like
I think I'm gonna do a thing with Topps
to
have
kids.
a baseball card.
Really?
Yeah, you should. I bet they'll make a baseball card of you. It's kind of sick. It's kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then there's these kids, MD Foodie Boys. Everybody's been watching them.
I like those MD Foodie Boys. I like them because they're so sincere about like, have you tried nachos with jalapenos?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, and
Let's watch one.
I'm just if I had to choose, it'd probably be like pepperoni, but I'm just a regular cheese guy.
Yeah. I just do cheese. I just do cheese. I don't really like pepperoni. I don't really taste.
I'll do pepperoni, but same thing. Like
Lots of other big pepperoni fans.
I think meat
Dude,
lovers
this is
too.
the podcast and people love it. And I also
fan
love it. They're just so sincere, man.
How can you not have was there an age where you didn't like it, where you just didn't care? It's just
You're
unbelievable.
riled up. You're riled up
Sorry,
right
I
now,
am.
dude. I don't know if I've ever seen you this riled.
Well, I don't understand. It's like,
Whoa.
you're the Foodie Boys,
Whoa.
but dude, what are you talking about?
Whoa, dude. It's
Sorry.
okay. No, it's
Okay.
fine. No, I like it.
Shit just fucking irks me because, dude, talk about some food. Talk about some rigatoni or something. Talk about some.
See, well, this is the genius. You
Grilled
start off. They're little kids, right? So they're starting off with like hot dogs. Like, what condiments you like?
Right.
Do you like on your cheeseburger? What condiments? Mostly condiment based. Now they're moving on to pizza. What things do you like on your pizza? And then as they grow, the dishes get more complex.
Like a tiramisu or something?
We're gonna grow with them and their flavor palettes. I think that's what people love and relate to because because you're not going to them for an actual like this is the flavor. They're not like chefs. They're children. So it's just kind of funny to watch these kids sincerely talk about whether they like pepperoni on their pizza or not.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I just think, I don't know. There's, I guess, am I hating on children now? What am I doing? You're right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm excited for them.
It's okay
At
to
least
hate
do
on
soup or something. At least I want to see them evolve a
a
little.
gazpacho or something.
Well,
Yeah.
just a 4-minute conversation about if pepperoni on, but no information. That's the thing. It's astounding to have 4 people and walk away from each conversation they do with zero information at all.
Yeah.
About
I
food,
understand what you're saying.
about food at all.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
So-
I think
I wish them luck.
I think they're runaway successes. I mean, I'm sure people look at my career and are like, what is he doing? Like, this sucks.
Right.
Like, why doesn't he do XYZ? I'm like, I'm just doing me, baby.
There they are right now. But how does it end? McLovin, that kid.
McLovin, No Name.
What's the one? McGriddle is the
Chubb-
middle one, right?
Chubb Perm.
Okay, you have No Name, McGriddle, Chubb Perm.
Yeah.
So that's also, I think that's isn't that a
Dude.
trans wrestler?
It seems like it could be. He's got an earring. He's kind of the bad boy of the group,
That's a
which
good
is
point.
kind of sick.
They're the new kids on the,
On the block.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have an ear piercing? Did you ever?
Yeah, I had 2 of them. Did you?
Yeah, I did too.
Fuck yeah, dude. That shit was so fun, dude.
It was. We were kind
And
of.
it would
fucking
close
sick.
up and you would still force something
Yeah,
in it on
force
days
something.
you needed to feel cool.
Dude, I would. I tried. I wanted to get a gauge. I wanted to have like. I wanted to be that guy.
Well, your characters had that, haven't they?
I wanted a lip piercing. I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to be punk rock, dude. I mean, I got an Article Star tattoo.
Oh, well, you have a lot of, you seem like you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Like a child of a Vietnam veteran, somebody you know.
Yeah, I went through. I am happy to say I never went through like, you know how some kids are like, oh, I went through an emo phase or I went through like a goth phase. I'm glad I didn't go down like a weird path where you're like, yeah, I wore a lot of fishnets in 7th grade or whatever. I'm glad I didn't do that. I had like small waves where, yeah, I would bleach the tips of my hair.
Right.
Yeah, I got a piercing, in the left ear.
You ever pierced your nipples or no?
No, I never did the nips. You do the
No, I never did that.
No, you never did
that
the
was a
nips.
little while for me. That guy who did that was starting to be, he was doing a lot of drugs and he was secretly probably touching men in his car or whatever. Men who wanted it.
Yeah, I had a friend, a guy I knew in high school. Not a friend.
Redacted. Okay.
He pierces his dick in high school, dude. In high school. And I know for a fact he wasn't getting laid, but he was saying like how good it's gonna feel.
Right.
And he was saying like it feels so good. And I'm like, I know you're not getting laid, dude. We're both 16, 17 years old. I know that. And also, what kind of piercer is seeing a 17, 16-year-old boy and is like, I'll be the one to get in there.
Yeah.
The whole thing was bizarre.
Do you remember when the first guy hooked up with a girl and then the next weekend you guys all went out or something? He like suddenly had a condom in his wallet or something.
Dude.
Or it was like suddenly he would be like, if the girls come, let me talk to them. Or just like,
Dude, it was 7th and 8th grade. My one friend started having sex with our other friend. And it was unreal. And it was years.
Dear God.
Years before the rest of us were catching up. And so he was like the
Lewis
immediately
and
went
Clark.
from like this kind of he was chub perm of our group. And then suddenly he's got this swagger to him, dude. And there's no catching up.
Yeah.
There's no catching up.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to suddenly be in the cool group. And then like he was able to talk to older guys now suddenly. But it was
I'm still rollerblading, you know? Like I'm still like, hey, watch me backwards rollerblade. Is this sick? And they're like, no, dude. We're now having sex with girls. And I'm like, oh, so you don't want to watch me like fucking swerve these cones real quick with these hips? He's like, I'm working on my hip movement right now, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I was a little blader. I was a little blader
Were
boy.
you?
Yeah, that was a little bit of a phase.
Oh my God, dude. What happened to you?
Dude, you're learning a lot about me, dude.
What happened to you? There's so much that occurred.
Dude, well, I couldn't. Rollerblading was easier in like 8th grade, was easier for me to do than a lot of other. I
of your body?
I couldn't skateboard. Like my friends were skateboarding. So I could rollerblade because it was just a smoother movement and easier on my joints.
Yeah.
So I was already looking like an old man thinking about my joints in 8th grade. So it's just me like wiggling my hips, skateboarding behind my friends.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. It wasn't that offensive. You don't have to be that disgusted by it.
You're right. And I'm shouldn't be. Were
You're
you
so
wearing
disgusted.
knee pads and stuff?
No, dude.
Oh, that's good.
I'm still a bad
Badass,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm still like wearing fucking chunky corduroy pants and and like a fucking a sick Metallica shirt with the lightning bolts. You know, I'm still fucking cool, dude. I still have like a bowl cut, but my hair was too. My hair is too like buoyant.
Yeah.
So it just went like this. Dink.
Oh yeah.
It was just like a little, like the tip of a dick. It was like a little dickhead, just like a right here. And I could pull it. I could pull the hair. It was so buoyant. I could pull it and it would go down to here, dude. And then you release it and it goes doink.
Damn, you had a beautiful thing going on.
Yeah, I was looking good in the 8th grade.
Man, you've been through a lot, man. You've
Yeah.
been through a lot, dude. Will your stiffness, is it getting better or is it getting worse? Do you feel like over time?
It's getting better. It ebbs and flows. I have good days and bad days, but it is getting better. So I'm still hoping to be in Marvel if they give me a call. I got a lot of shit. Last time I came on here, I was like dunking on Marvel, saying that they ruined comedy movies because everybody wants to watch these big budget things. Dude, people were very mad. My agents were upset at me.
Really?
Yeah.
Since you said that, everyone in the world has agreed with that exactly.
Yeah.
Including a lot of agencies. It's like, well, look, if we can't get him in a Marvel movie, what are we going to do? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of great.
They were very mad at me. They were like, don't fuck with Marvel. Like, I cannot believe you said that on that podcast. I'm like, I wasn't dunking on Marvel, dude. I was just saying I wish there were more comedies, but they don't make comedies anymore because everyone wants to see a $200 million epic, you know?
Well, if they need like Mailman or something, then Marvel will come.
Thank God. If there's a mailman superhero, I think I'm the guy, dude.
What superhero would you be?
Making your dad proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be someone that, like an unexpected superhero, where they're like, this guy is not a superhero.
Right.
This normcore little bitch boy.
Smoothie man or no.
Soy boy.
Yeah, soy boy. There he is.
Yeah, little soy boy.
There's so many heroes now, though. It's like, are these all heroes?
I feel we're getting a little exhausted on the heroes.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, even a lot of people were saying, who was it? Just came out and said that they're not even. It's hard to even have independent projects these days.
Oh yeah, I'm
that
trying
director.
I'm trying to get a few independent movies off the ground.
Are you?
Now. Yeah, and it's tough, dude. I've never done an independent movie. I've always done with a studio or with Netflix or with someone like that. Someone with them deep pockets.
How much budget do you need to make an independent movie, though?
I'm looking for like $7 to $10 million.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is Mark Duplass right here. He's made a lot of great stuff.
He's made a lot of independent movies.
Time for a big announcement.
Oh.
For those of you who know our company, you know we love risking our money and making things independently that the traditional system would never make. And we've done it for years with movies like The Puffy Chair and The One I Love and Safety Not Guaranteed and documentary series like Wild Wild Country and Evil Genius. And we're doing it in television now, you know, with shows like Room 104 and The Creep Tapes and Penelope. But the problem is these distributors are telling us
I know, we're like,
they
you're
don't
rich.
value these things the way they used to. And honestly, we're sick of it. And we know that you value these things. So we are going to be bringing you our newest independently made TV series, The Long, Long Night, directly to you, the audience members.
It's interesting.
Click the link below or in our bio.
You guys did your movie independently, right?
Yeah.
And you guys put your own money up?
Yeah.
Whoo, boy. Okay.
Well, thanks, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Do you have
It's
a name?
called Busboys, yeah.
Busboys. Sick.
So it's just Spade and I both worked as busboys in Arizona.
Oh, I thought you were both hit by buses. I was like, this would have been kismet.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy if we're all here, right here.
Yeah. Get Spade in here. He just pops out behind the curtain. He's like, I'm crippled.
And we have a dolly that moves you around.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
up in
pushed
different
everywhere.
So what's next? Your family's growing. Do you take a little time off of work? When did you guys finish Gemstones?
We finished a few months ago, like 4 months ago. And I've been just dad mode right now. And I have a movie in development at Netflix. I'm selling this show with the Workaholics guys. I got another show that I'm taking out.
Wow.
So it's a lot of like production, like pre-production stuff. And you know how it goes. It's like, we're going to make the movie. And I have like a couple movies that are in development. And we're making the movie. And then it takes years, dude.
Yeah.
Years. And you think it's happening and it takes so long. But for me, I love it. I love doing it. But yeah, I still have that itch of like wanting to just get out there and get something done right now. And that's why I do the podcast. But with the Workaholics guys, this is important. But I also miss doing stand-up, dude.
I was going to say, would you consider going out and touring again? That's such a grind, though, once you have a family and you're acting and stuff like that. I feel like that's a tough grind.
Well, because it used to be like a fun escape from the grind of producing and starring in TV and movies, because then you're like, well, now I'm going to go on the road with my boys, and it's like a party, and we're going to go for a few months, and I'm going to do a ton of shows, and it'll be great. It's like a little escape from my regular life of acting. And now, like with the family, I'm like, I just feel like a dastardly dog.
Yeah, well, your wife
ditching
had
the
a freaking
family.
kid, first
Yeah.
of all, which I don't know if she should have done or not, but
I
her
think
choice.
she should have. Yeah, I think
okay.
she should have.
But yeah, once she did that, it kind of puts you in the hot seat.
Yeah. Oh, and also like being around.
That was supposed to be
being
some kind
around
of a
the-
joke, but
Yeah.
I don't think it landed. Like I was like blaming having a kid on just her.
Yeah, it's
What are you doing
her
having
fault.
this fucking kid, huh?
Yeah, how dare she? Actually, she slipped that one by me. I just thought she was gaining weight. I'm like, look at my plump little Betty. She's looking all sexy, a little round mound. Look at her go smuggling a little basketball in there, and then out came a kid, dude. It was wild.
You just keep tickling her.
Yeah,
Being like, hey, Vicky.
hey. She's like, don't tickle me. Something's gonna pop out. She's like, oh man, she's having spasms in her belly like I do, looking like a little handprint coming out. just like me. Yeah, dude, it was wild when she had it. Our son Bo turned around when they pulled him out. He looked right back at me, dude. It was like it stopped my heart. I was like, everyone says it's like a transformative thing to see your son or daughter be born, but it stopped me dead in my track. He looked right at me like, bitch, what just happened? Like, I've been all cooking up warm inside,
right? And
now I'm out here all cold. He turned around and was just like
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, it's like I steer this ship.
I rise.
Wow. Yeah, it was pretty wild,
dude. The origin story of humans is pretty crazy. That you climb out of some woman's belly, dude. It's like Greek mythology.
It's
type
the
shit.
vagina, though.
Well, yeah. Some of them come out the belly, dude.
Actually, no, you were right. You were right because it came. My wife had a C-section, so you were right.
Perverts
right.
go out the vagina.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I did. You?
Yeah, I'm a little freak like that, dog. I'm a little freak like that. Skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet.
Dude, it's a potty. Whoa, do not lick on the way out.
That's what I did. I came out.
You're supposed to read the.
I'm
it
ready
says
to
on the wall in there, "Do not lick on the way out."
I know. I read it and like, watch me, bitch. I'm gobbling up the world.
Watch me whip.
Yeah.
Watch me nay
Watch
nay.
me nay nay. Oh, I almost said it at the same time.
Adam Devine, man.
Theo Vaughn.
Thanks so much, dude, for hanging out.
So fun.
I'm glad to see you. You're physically doing okay. Your family's growing. We got to keep making fun. You have to keep making fun stuff. This was one thing that I thought was really exceptional that Danny McBride said. He goes, I don't know if Hollywood knew that they wanted Eastbound, because people are always like, why don't they make shit like Eastbound and Down anymore? You always hear that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody was asking us for something like Eastbound and Down.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was asking us for something like Vice Principal. It was like, we just made it and then said, we know this is funny. And then they jump on it because you can't expect them to think of the next thing. That's not what they do anymore. He didn't say that's not what they do anymore, but that's what I start to realize. They don't have that creative thing anymore.
That's our job.
That's our job.
Our job is to give them what we think is the funniest thing. And that's what we did with Workaholics, and what we're going to try to do with this new show, if we actually get to make it, is like, you make what you think is the funniest and what you and your friends would laugh at and what you want to see. What you want to actually watch.
Yeah.
And then hopefully other people get on board. And I feel, and I think you have a finger on the pulse too, is we know what we like, and it seems like a lot of other people like what we like as well. So, I think you just have to make shit that you think is fun and funny, and not even what other people want to see, because they don't even know they want to see it until you make it.
Right.
So
that's the thing. And that's a lot of things. It's like, if you wait forever to get somebody to sign off on your thing, then it might not happen. You just have to go and try and figure it out. And investing in yourself. That's what I realized. Like, if I lose investing in myself, I don't really fucking lose. It's like,
and at least you did it and you had that experience and you know the nuts and bolts of creating something now. So if you decide to do it again, you can go, this is what I would change. This is what I would do differently.
Yeah.
And also the with people making something that they think other people would want to see, that's where you lose. When you start to go, I know that they want to see this type of show. Like, this is what's selling, or this is what, I think that's when you get in a little trouble. Like, make what you want to make, and then hopefully that'll catch on. Because as soon as you start to go down the path, then it's derivative, and people are like, didn't we already see this show? We've already done this.
Then you're just kind of then you're just a follower.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to figure it out. And obviously, you and I we're speaking from a place where we can afford to try and make a project. So it's like, not trying to sound like knowing that there's not a barrier to entry to that for regular folks.
It's
but
lowered
it's not that
so
huge.
much.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. It's so different now that you can get a camera, you can get a phone, you can figure something out yourself how to make things.
Well, it was like when we did Workaholics. Not to just keep harping on this shit, but this is my experience. Is when we did Workaholics, it was the barrier of entry had just lowered. It used to be like, to make something like that, it was $100,000 to make, or to even make a short film. for $50,000 or whatever, and everyone had to put it on credit cards and like to try to make something that maybe would work.
And you had to slurp off some producer somewhere.
You would have to. You're constantly gobbling.
Yeah.
You're constantly gobbling.
And someone wants you to use silverware when you blow them or whatever. I'm like, how rich is this guy or whatever?
My God, fucking pour some Grey Poupon on that bitch and do some gobbles. But now, you know, it's just it was just like a camera and some lights, and we were able to shoot something that Comedy Central was like, "What you doing over there?"
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to sound inspirational to people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
it's a
think
lot
you
of
do.
word salad for me
okay.
sometimes. But yeah, I'm just trying to be a fucking inspiration.
I think you are, dude. Survivor of Cement Truck.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, the guys fought in the AEW. The fourth season of Righteous Gemstones going on right now. New projects in the works. The podcast, you can lock in, listen to Adam have ideas, think about things, share everyday stuff on his life with some of the stars. And
Yep, this is important. Anders Blake.
Kyle Newacek.
Yeah, he's been off the pod. He's been directing Happy Gilmore too. So that bitch is busy. Too busy for the pod.
Must be nice, Kyle.
Must be nice.
Okay. Adam Devine, thanks so much for hanging out, dude. Best
Thanks,
of luck,
Theo.
man. All right,
Good to see you, brother.
You too. That was fun, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone.